Okay then.
In
Well,
his
thanks for
brain.
telling us.
Well, you don't usually walk up to people and go, "Hello, by the way, I'm
I'm
evil,
evil.
and I'm
Well,
totally planning on uh, betraying you later on."
Yeah, you can't just
so
put
we
on your character sheet that was a lie. You can literally put anything else.
Cake is a
so,
lie.
so we have one person who's chaotic neutral, a person who's chaotic good, two people who are neutral good, and a guy who's lawful evil.
They finished
Yep.
use
Three people who are neutral good. Sorry.
Xavier.
This seems totally reasonable. Oh, okay, yeah, look at that. I did such a good job. Good job, me.
I why am I neutral good again? Because I end up playing a neutral good character no matter what I do.
Started it.
It's just neutral good. I don't care about laws. Just don't care.
I'm just a simple farmer. I don't know y'all.
And
Yeah.
I
I just want to
get
do what's
happy.
right.
But he got done and
And you punch people with magic or touch them.
Yes, I touched them.
touch, touch them.
I touched them.
Not touch them. Touch.
I basically always play chaotic good, and everyone thought that I could only play chaotic good, and I'm playing a true neutral druid in this campaign, and they're just like, "What? What are you doing? Why are you making those choices?" I'm like, because saving them is not the highest priority for me, because I don't think that should, and they're just like, "Wait, who are you?" A different character? I just like playing chaotic good, so I usually do. I thought I'd try something different.
I
like playing chaotic angry.
I tend to play chaotic neutral just because chaotic neutral is, hey, I want to do this now, so I'm gonna go do this.
You okay?
It's the I'm just gonna do whatever is suited to me at the point. It just kind of lets me just do whatever, and nobody can question it because I can say nope, chaotic neutral.
Actually, no, I'm lied. I like playing lawful angry.
I don't.
See,
Like
I
playing
can't
lawful
do
so
lawful is really hard for me. I'm not very good at that at all.
In my campaign last
lawful is
night, we have a hireling that's lawful good, and one of our party members got downed by a skeleton minotaur, and everyone else like ran and hid, and she was like, "I'm going to save him," and I was like, "What are you doing?"
so.
That is lawful stupid.
Here's how you play a lawful alignment. Go lawful neutral. You write out a set of rules that your character lives by, and you are lawful neutral. That is, you can do that with not lawful neutral. You say these are the rules I live by. That's it.
I made a lawful angry Bushido samurai barbarian. So essentially, he followed the rules of Bushido,
That makes
but was a very
sense.
angry samurai.
But didn't like. Yeah, you could just.
It's lawful. I'm following the strict code.
Yeah.
Just sitting.
Okay, so you all have had it
Oh
is
my gosh, Mira, you're amazing.
it is the third day after your little adventure with the kobolds and the lizard folk and all that. You wake up, you have your breakfast down in the mess hall. Everything seems normal until a messenger comes running in
Yes.
and demands that you show up
There's like
for the mayor right now.
Well, hell, might as well go if he's asking for us.
And he is very specific. He's like, you, all of you guys, come on, come with me right now.
Pointing at all, like, every single, not Torah.
Tora didn't come down to breakfast this morning. She wasn't feeling well, so she's taking a day of sick leave.
Okay. Also, where's Twang? Has Twang actually shown up yet, or is he just not?
He had to drop out. So yeah, he's not going to be coming back. His schedule changed or something? Yeah. So yes, he went back to find gainful employment in Six Stones.
Okay.
I guess we go to the mayor's office, which is which building?
Um,
'Cause obviously we've lived here for like a month. Of course we know where it is.
yeah. So it's not really. The mayor's office is in the main government building here. I'll put you over there. You're all there. It's that one up in the corner. That's where all the government stuff is happening, and kind of. I mean, people are still living there. It's still being built. Right now, there's a bunch of different things, but there is an actual office where the mayor is conducting his business, and he's standing there behind his desk right now. Garn Redfoot. He's an older dwarf. You can't see his hair because he's wearing the traditional leather and metal dwarven cap, but he has a long graying beard, a kind of dour expression on his face, and he really doesn't seem pleased with you. Um, he shoos the messenger out, says, "All right, close the door on your way out." And he,
Just shuts the flap.
yeah.
What seems to be troubling you, good sir?
Well, you all have I have a problem, and therefore you all have a problem. Apparently the Star Knights caught wind of your little dragon thing, and they're sending out someone to check on it. And they're sending out Sir John. And at this point, he just puts his head in his hand. Then he straightens up like he remembers what he's doing, and he says, all right. So this guy, this jumped up noble idiot, he thinks he's gonna come out here, he's gonna find this dragon, he's gonna make a deal with the dragon, and then Crystal City is gonna have a dragon protector.
No.
Well,
So I assume is. So, what are the two options?
Well, I don't know if we'll find a dragon because the dragon wasn't there when we got there.
Yeah, well, we've
So what are
yes,
have
we
this guy or can
we have a plan. We have a dragon, and he does little air quotes with his fingers. Who can come and have a little chat with him. It's gonna take us a couple of days. We got to call in some favors over from Waterfall, but we know someone who can look pretty convincing. You say, your dragon was blue. She can do well. It can do blue. It'll be okay. We need you guys to keep this idiot entertained for a couple of days. Take him out in the wilderness. Take him somewhere real safe. Here's a place that we, a route that we scouted out. It seems pretty safe. Just take him along there. Take a long time. It's only like 8 miles, but you take him out there. You tell him he's gone 20. He won't know the difference. Bring him back tomorrow, and we'll have our dragon to talk to him.
yeah. Did anybody tell him that this dragon was a young one?
Or that it was
Like, this is a dragon just starting out. I don't think we protect nobody.
Well, he thinks that that's a great idea because, you talk to a young dragon and they don't have so many options, they'll be much more likely to make an alliance and not betray you 5 years later and eat everybody in the town.
No, betray us like when it gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how dragons work. They live longer than everybody.
Exactly the same class.
No, trust us on this one. We don't want, well, we do want to find this dragon eventually, but we're not even thinking about that right now. Right now, we want to keep this guy happy with no dragons involved.
Alright, we can do that. We can blunder around the wilderness for a while. Don't worry, we'll keep him safe for now. I mean, how bad could he be, really?
Well, you'll see. Just keep him safe. Just make sure nothing happens to him. The Star Knights will not be pleased if their idiot son is hurt in any way.
So we can't just.
We can let him get roughed up a little bit. He'd go back with his cog and tell all the noble women that he got it in a valiant battle or something like that.
Yeah, just, don't kill him. He needs to come back alive. Also, he needs to come back alive because this friend of ours is not going to stick around forever, so, you don't want to miss it when it's here. He needs to have something to talk to. He can't talk to nothing. But yeah, so you just wait. You see a bird or something fly across. You just say that you got your animal messenger spell and that we've contacted you and you got to come back. Don't worry about it. Just come back, take your time. Come back around dinner tomorrow He'll be tired, he'll be a little worn out, he'll meet a very convincing dragon, and we can get on with our lives out here.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Any
So,
questions?
I approached
Uh,
crown and no one.
should we
Everybody's gone
not have mentioned?
blank to me.
Should we from now on
There it is.
not mention
Yeah.
unorthodox things
The one,
so that something like this does not happen again?
I mean, how else are we gonna get a reputation in these adventures? It's kind of how this thing happens.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, yeah.
they are.
And of course, we're gonna have to keep an eye out to make sure he doesn't actually run into the real dragon or anything else. Oh, I am not gonna look forward to this.
I mean, you look forward to anything.
How far do we have to take him?
Yes, I do. I look forward to the time alone, not dealing with people, working away on my experiments.
How far do we have to escort this guy?
Garn spreads out a little map on the table. It shows a route. It's as the crow flies, it'd only be about 8 miles. It'll probably be 10 if you take a little roundabout way. And he says, stop for lunch, make him go in circles. He's not going to know the difference. Give yourselves a break. Take some rests.
Yeah, we can do that.
But yeah, this place, and he's pointing to, a little, looks like it's marked as a plateau on the map. He's like, okay, camp at the base of this plateau. Don't go up on it. It gets cold at night. But you camp right at the base. It's totally safe. Our guards have been doing it for training. Some of the other guards have been doing it for training missions. We scouted out that way. No major dangers.
Alright, sounds like a plan. When's this, John going around?
Oh, as soon as he's here, he's off having the dinner or breakfast, the meal thing. Yes, with my lovely wife. She's having to been playing host to him since last night, and yep, we're about ready to turn him over. He kind of rings a little bell that's on his desk, and the messenger pops back in. It says, "Bring in Sir John. We're ready to meet his escorts." Messenger disappears for a few moments, comes back with Sir John Star Knight, who will be joining your party.
Oh, God.
He looks at you and goes, "Oh, adventurers! Ha! How jolly! Yes, looks like you lot should be just the folks I need. I hear you've met a dragon."
Yeah, we totally
Sure.
Yeah, sure, loads.
You killed
All the time.
Well, then I feel completely safe in your hands.
Yes, let's go so we can go and try and find it. He likes to move around and such. He likes the open air.
Well, I'm sure you all are expert trackers. I've done a bit of research on the tracking skill myself. I may be able to track him myself if we can get to a place where this creature has been.
Unlikely.
Yeah. Do you know how to cloud track? Because it's a dragon, it likes to fly. It doesn't really leave tracks on the ground, it leaves them in the clouds. It's very specialized.
But
Let's just go and try and find where he roots every once in a while.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
capital. Let's set off. I understand that there are not enough horses for everyone, and that you folks go on foot. This will be an exciting and new experience for me.
Yes.
What? Walking?
Oh, well, of course I've walked before. Don't be silly. But walking distances like these, yes.
Hi. That's a nice
We're seeing everything. Like,
Oh.
actually everything.
Okay, hang on. Let's fix that.
That's a nice archway.
It is a nice archway. Don't look at my arch. What happened? Okay, dynamic lighting is set.
Those are some nice random encounters you got there.
Yeah, don't worry about this.
Check fog. Check for fog.
Let's see, maybe I turned, let's see what I have here. I got...
Or
I have somehow enforced line of sight turned off. Okay. Let's see. How about now?
Nope.
Nope, we can't see a dang thing on your random encounters.
Okay, good. They're not random, they're planned encounters.
Randomly planned encounters.
I worked hard making those encounters. There's nothing random about them. So, yes, you all set off into the wilderness. Sir John is regaling you with stories of his uh, exploits and all the books that he's read and how he plans on dealing with the dragon. Um, it's kind of tiresome, but at the same time, like, something about his voice, you do kind of feel energized. You do kind of feel like you could fight a dragon if you wanted to. And everyone will gain 5 temporary hit points. He's pretty inspiring for a jerk.
The bard.
Nah.
Or has the inspiring feat. Oh god.
Inspiring leader.
I would play some music along to his silly stories.
Oh god.
How many points was that?
5
temporary.
temporary hit points.
You know what the best thing is? I get temporary hit points from my shield of abjuration. On top of my hit points. On
What?
top of these temporary hit points. I have so much shield. I have so much barrier between me and actual hurt.
So he really enjoys the music, and he's kind of trying to walk next to Mira and point out things to her that she may not notice, like those rocks over there are part of ancient geological formations, and look, these tracks right here, they're rabbit tracks. That looks like there's possibly small game that comes through this area. Wouldn't it be exciting to hunt it?
Actually, yeah, he's right. Those are rabbit tracks.
That would technically be survival, but, you know, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me use survival then.
Yeah, those are rabbit tracks.
Yep.
Specifically, droppings.
So he's walking along and kind of falling back behind the party.
Sir John, don't mean to pry, but you should not be standing behind the wizard.
Oh, of course not. You're right. I am the leader. I should be leading this party.
From the middle.
Yes.
Let the barbarian go first. He will hit things.
And this lasts for about, 10 minutes before he wanders off the path to go look at some
So I'm
plants and things like that.
Like nearby him, like where I am, just making sure I'm nearby, just to watch it so he doesn't get.
And actually,
By the way, I rolled an 18 for perception to keep an eye out for thingy things.
oh good. So you notice something moving, and you can make a survival check real quick. Or a nature check, whichever one you'd like.
Neither.
Well, you can tell someone else, look over there at those. Also, that is also an option. Yeah, so those plants that he's looking at, they are not swaying in the wind. They are just moving, and not in a good way.
Those are people bushes.
And everybody can roll initiative as Sir John is poking around in the blighted vegetation.
Oh lord. Oh God's above. He's gonna get himself killed.
Not us.
I said he.
Oh, my word! Have you seen such vegetation before? Look, they're moving on their own. Wait, why is there 2 jet on here? Only 1 jet, please. There we go.
For 2 jets?
I think it was from I hadn't cleared it before I had y'all roll, so. Oh yeah, there's still an ochre jelly on here too. Definitely, you're not fighting that right now. Let's make sure everybody else is just once. Nope, there's 2 Miras. What did you just roll? 6. Okay. If you,
We don't see what you
yeah, no. If you change maps, then the DM will see the stuff, the initiatives on the other map, but the players won't. So that's my fault. That is why I almost always clear after battle, and I forgot this time. Yes, so Jet is still first, and he notices these plants that are threatening Sir John with their twiggy bits.
shield and
So he doesn't get a
star
star.
out. He will run up and smack it.
Yes, you will.
Oh, I forgot to say rage. Damn it.
I believe that you meant it. In my heart, I heard you say rage.
There's a +2 on that then.
Okay. Let's see. Right. I'm gonna pop this guy out so I can see his character sheet. And he will have. So you run up to the spiky plant and you show it what spikes are all about. Bam, bam, bam. Euros.
I'm spockier than you are. I'm much more metal than you are, sir. I go to Judas Priest concerts all the time.
Eurus,
Okay,
you are next to a viney looking one.
Does it seem it's trying to attack me, or is it just standing there basically?
It's waving its tentacles like as if it's reaching out towards Sir John.
Fuck. I'm going to. Yeah, I know. I know. Yes, I know. I know. I know. I'm just gonna run over here. Yeah, gonna move over here first.
Okay.
Over here first.
It's a line part.
Opportunity attack.
Yeah, opportunity attack on the Vine Blight.
Yes.
If it wants to attack me.
It does, strangely enough. Whap. It wants to. It doesn't, but it slaps out a vine at you as you run away.
Okay. Now I'm going to throw a fire potion where the line party was going on. So start. Here.
Okay, got it. So those are deck saves, is that right? Let's see. 1, 2. Ah, these are some dexterous little plants.
Whoops. Just the first one, not the second one.
3, 4.
One guy hit.
So let's see.
It
That was
was-
the second vine blight. So that's the one right there. We'll take 3 fire. The bottom one was the second one.
Yeah.
I go from top to
Oh,
bottom
attacking
usually.
me. And
Yep.
then I'm going to run away. If I move 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, and it's Valerian's turn.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20. And my first attack will be at this guy right here.
Okay. It's looking a little bit torn up from the spikes. Well, pretty torn up actually.
And then offhand.
Ooh, okay, so you smack it and pierce some leaves, and then you miss with this with the swing around.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, Sir John pulls out his rapier, yells, "Have at thee, foul plants!" And he will poke it with his rapier. Poke near it with his rapier. And he'll stand there. He'll say, stand back. I've got it. They're just some twigs.
Is he defending Mira's honor?
Yes. And Mira is up.
Okay, I'm going to lay down a nice little cloud of glitter.
Ooh.
So, corners here, here.
Yep, so that's everybody except that one little one down there. Yep.
So, deck
Let's see.
save.
More deck saves for you guys. 1, 2. Wow, these are some dexterous little plants.
Who knew plants could move so much?
1, 2, 3. Not that one.
Okay, so one of them. Shit.
That was number 2, so that's this guy right here in the middle. Is pink and sparkly.
Okay, and then can I run over to John and grab his arm and try to drag him back a bit?
Well, that would be a grapple, so that'd be an action.
Okay.
Feel
Well,
his arms. Get a room, you two.
ew, no. Okay. So I'll end my turn right here then. Actually, wait. I will. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so now the spikiest looking ones. One is going to reach out to scratch Sir John, well, and miss. He did strap on his armor before you left, so at least he's got that going for him. Two of them are going to needle him. And the one that is pink and sparkly is going to needle Mira. Well, he's gonna... Wait, what is your AC now? It's 13, right?
That hits.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, Sir John will not fall because he had 5 temporary hit points. Good for him. He has some
But, yeah.
long spines sticking out of his flesh. He is not looking healthy. Kind of looks down at the blood oozing out and turns a little green and is just like, oh my. Willie.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna do the logical thing here and
Burn, baby, burn.
burning hands.
Okay. Yep. That'll get 4 of them.
Let me put the spell to burning hands. First level.
Okay, so there's 2 of these. Oh, they are really... Oops, 3 of those. And 2 of these. Oh, 1 of these guys is in the range. Okay. Okay.
One of those needle blades takes 6, the rest take 12 damage.
So let's see which one it is. It's number 2. So the guy right in the middle, the pink sparkly guy, is not too badly hurt. Oops. But the rest of them... Oops.
Firing up in piles of ash.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, yeah.
Yes!
2 of them do shrivel and curl under the fire, but the viney-looking one is still looking like it's swaying around and is really unhappy with what you just did to it. So it's gonna reach out and slap Willie. Oh, yeah, pretty hard, actually.
Ow.
And the other one...
So that's 14. I have exactly enough with my temporary buffs and whatnot. That's pretty funny.
So Sir John is not entirely useless. Let's see, where's my tangling plants? Where'd you go, guys?
You just put it in the chat. It's at the very bottom.
Yeah, I'm looking for my... Here we go. My Tangle Growth Ringed is what I was looking for. And it's ringed around this guy right here. Oops, no, not that one. This guy right here. 15-foot radius. That's that big. And it's centered on him. Nope, not to front, to back is where that should be going. So everyone in the Tangle Growth will need to make a... strength save.
This is why I ran away.
Ooh, I have advantage because I'm a barbarian.
Oh yeah. So
But I don't need it either way.
No.
everyone's just like, "Pfft." Oh yeah, and John. Let's see how he does. Everyone is just like, no, what little roots? What kind of? And even Sir John is like, ah, foul plant, and he's stomping on his little the roots, and nobody is entangled. It's just difficult terrain. Jet.
Does Jet know which one cast that Rudy root?
That one right there. Oh, it's supposed to be... Oh, no, sorry. This one right here. Yes, it's the one that it's centered on, except I didn't actually center it, did I? Centered should
That would
be...
10.
Up a
Like
little. Actually,
there.
you can't center it.
Yeah, there we go.
20, and he is going to recklessly attack that guy.
Okay.
So you gonna go barbarian warlock?
Ooh, not with a 5. You realize that you're beating against the roots that he's pulled out of the ground instead of the actual plant.
Hello, darkness.
Anything else?
This vine blight, is he next to me or?
As a bonus action, he is going to.
No, he's one
grab
away from you.
Willie.
Okay.
He's going to what?
Grapple because I have the Tavern Brawler feat, which lets
Oh.
me do that.
Okay, you're grappling the Vine Blade?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
not much else I can do, really, to be honest.
So strength check with advantage.
Yeah. Versus, yeah, I think you're probably gonna get it. As it struggles against your grip, you have your hand wrapped around its stalk.
Would that be in athletics? Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, it is actually athletics. Yes. But either way, it's still more than 6. Yes, and it is Euros' turn. That Vine Blade is not going anywhere.
I got him, guys. Don't worry.
I've told you not to stand in the middle of them. Damn it. He's going to take his potion, shake it up a bit, activate it, and chuck it right there.
Okay.
So it's just gonna hit this
Right.
Vine Blight and the other Needle Blight. The pink and sparkly Needle Blight.
Yep. And both of them stand there and
And
take it. Yep.
Take it like me. Sorry.
And this one burns into a little ashy pile. Valerian.
I will move right there, and I will strike at the one, this guy right here.
Okay. Not with a 9.
Offhand.
And my offhand. Oh, hold on.
Nope.
There we go.
Oops. Hang on.
He hit.
There we go. Yep. That one is... Slice some of the vines off, still more of them pull out and try to wrap around everybody. And Sir John is going to move up to this one and try to stab it with his rapier.
Opportunity attack.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the one that was behind him. Never mind, he's going to stand right there and stab the one that was right next to him already. I was confused by my own environment. And he will, in fact, stab it to death. Right in the stalk. Haha! Vanquished! Mira!
Okay, Mira's gonna roll around here and attack that one with her longsword.
Not quite. Very close. You just prune it a bit. It looks healthier.
Alright, and then John's still looking pretty beat up, so I guess I'll healing word him because we have to keep him alive or something, so.
Or something.
Oh.
I mean, I guess.
He pulls his hand away from the newly healed wound and just looks at you in astonishment.
Don't get any ideas.
He's already got ideas.
Fortunately. Oh, wait. Oh, all the needle blights seem to have been vanquished. Really?
Is it an action to break out?
You weren't tangled, were you?
Yes, it was, but
Oh.
that's fine.
I missed that. No, you weren't. You were just... Oh, that's right. Yes, you were... That's right. You were constricted by it.
Yeah.
So, yes, it is an action to escape.
Alright, can I cast a spell while I'm restrained or no?
You're restrained, so yes, your speed is 0, but you can cast a spell just fine. If it's a to hit one, you'll have disadvantage. If it's a saving throw, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't make a difference.
I'll save it. I'll just roll it. I'll just go with disadvantage. I'll try and cast Chill Shots on him.
Okay. Yes, you will. Part of the vine turns black and dead. It still doesn't loosen its grip on you. And it will squeeze harder. Okay, so yes. So the vine blade is going to try to constrict you. And what is your... Yeah.
Actually, a miss.
So he tries to squeeze you, but he's just got a, like part of your armor, and it's just not compressing.
Where are you? Got
Get-
major. It's magic.
Well, yes, your mage armor is just kind of there's just a vine wrapped around the glowing field. It's not hurting you. Let's see, this one entangling rooted. So now he's going to try to constrict someone.
Oh, the fact you only missed by one is sad.
I mean, the fact that he missed it all is sad. Like, he should be doing. He already has you grappled. Valerian, the other one is going to whip out a vine towards you. And miss entirely. It couldn't decide between you and Jet, and so it just kind of wiggled its vine in between.
See, here's the funny thing. Had you moved 5 feet closer, you would have had advantage.
It is Jet's turn.
He's gonna move here.
Yep.
And he's gonna smack the one next to Mira.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
And with your rage damage, you you furiously pound it into the ground. It is flattened. And it's Euros' turn.
Take this! Oh, sorry. Take this! He's gonna throw an alchemical acid at the final vine
Okay.
creature thing.
It's gonna dodge out of the way.
You couldn't get roots out of a plant.
There's a lot of roots and stuff. It's hard to see. Valerian.
I'll swing at that one twice.
Not with a 6.
That one piercing damage,
or
though.
or a 3.
It's the return of Valerian.
Ah.
And that ends my turn.
Sir John says, "Stand back. I'll save you." He leaps into the fray and stabs it. Oh, he actually does manage to stab it. Doesn't hurt it very much, but some of it seems a little bit broken. And it is Mira's turn. This plant is looking very bad.
It's kind of hard to kill a tree with a pointed object.
Yes.
So Mira's gonna look at that one and shout, "They say every rose has its thorn, ain't that right, Buttercup?" And, I don't know, viciously mock it.
What's your DC? It's 14, right?
Nope, it's 12.
Oh.
So it saves.
We're a trash party. Keep that in mind.
It's true. We are very trash.
Hey, I'm not trash.
Guys,
I am an alchemist.
like a lot of things.
And I save your butts. I have saved your butts a couple times. Not a lot, though. Mostly Mira's actually mostly the one who's actually done.
Mira's the one who's kept you all alive, yes. Willie,
Except
not
me.
so with a
She's
7, no.
Mira's never cast a single spell on me.
And the blight is going to reach around. Oh wait, no, that's just the right. So it has a choice of 3 people that are standing right up on it, and it is going to go after Jet. With a whip.
Reduced to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for that vine, he did not take into account that this thing was spiky.
It's like, ow, ow, ow. Jet.
What save do I have to make?
Oh, no save. You're just grappled, and restrained.
Escape DC 12.
Yeah, that's you can use an action to try to escape, but there's no save to avoid it if you get hit. You are grappled now, but if you want to do an action to get out, it's only a DC 12.
Reckless attack, so it's normal.
Okay,
Fucked up.
but yeah, not with a 9. It's a little bit tougher than that.
But you did do damage to it.
No, I don't. I don't have spiky armor yet.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't start with it.
I told you, go away.
It's like
Alchemical acid again.
more yummy fertilizer. Oh nope, it spoke too soon.
Ooh. 1 sec.
The soil is too
1
acidic.
acid damage.
Another little,
You are
One leaf falls off and gently drifts to the ground, and it's Valerian's turn.
He's still alive?
Oh yeah.
Life is hard, that's why no one survives.
Very close. Valerian bounces his weapon right off of the vines. And then with fury, he swings around with his short sword and pokes it for 2 damage.
God, death by 1,000 cuts for this.
Sir John says, "Look at
Death by 1,000 darts.
it is.
Fun to kill it?
Haha! Take that, foul creature." And yes, Sir John does end it, and he starts scooping up little samples of it and putting it in his packs. It's like, oh, this will be most interesting. So many intriguing creatures. I'm sure our scholars will have much to learn about this.
I start
Jet will point out the fact that there are a shit ton of needles in him and say, "Don't do that again."
Oh, and none of us care.
I start putting out like the small fires I did with my burning hands.
Willie,
Start tossing dust on it. I don't want to cause a brush fire.
Good thinking. Good thinking. He'll come over and help you like stamp out some of the fire. Thank you for protecting our lands.
corpses.
Yes, well, they're plant corpses. Something nice will grow there, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be nice kindling. But anyway, let's keep going and let's try not to get distracted. Out here is very dangerous.
Good idea.
I don't know what to expect, like awakened plants.
Yeah, you think he probably stopped listening to you after you said pay attention. He's kind of looking at the sky, squinting up as if searching for a dragon.
Oh, and murderous mushrooms, mustard,
But in this,
lots of things. There's those of us.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's not there. That's nothing.
That's not there. Are you sure that's not there?
Yep, I'm sure it's not there because it's under Sir John's feet.
Oh.
As he wanders off the path again, well, let's see how stealthy he is about wandering off the path. He's gonna try
And step on something.
to avoid you. However, you hear him crashing through the underbrush, and then a bloop.
I just turn around and go.
And he just
we could just leave him to die. We could just leave him to die.
he kind of calls out to you, my friends, a little help here.
None of us like you.
I mean, is he
And yes, when you
just stuck?
when you come, oh, actually, let's see how far he is. When you come clear through the little brush that he's managed to make his way into, you see him sunk up to about his waist in quicksand, and he is struggling against it and sinking quickly.
I try to pull him out.
leave this to me.
I stick out my quarterstaff. I'm like, all right, you grab my waist and we'll pull him out.
Nope, don't leave it to me.
Okay, so 2 of us together are gonna try to haul him out of the hole.
Okay, so one of you make a straight up strength check with advantage since you're both working together. Oh, yeah. So Mira pulls him out. He pops out. He's kind of covered in muck and sand and mess. He has the grace to look a little abashed. Sort of turns away from you and starts cleaning off his gear.
I take one look between Sir John and then Mira. Back to Sir John. I just start chuckling at Mira. Right. Alright, let's keep going.
So many eye rolls. All of the eye rolls.
Euros is just standing there, just face in hand, just staring at the ground, sighing. He's gonna go up to Sir John.
Everybody like
Go.
seems like
Okay.
I haven't seen you in 2 days.
Next time you go off, you're gonna go off the track. Ask one of us to come with
It's
you.
a little weird
please.
that I like this guy
He-
this much.
Kind of puts his head down and is like, "Yes, I understand that perhaps the wilderness was a little more dangerous than I had thought."
Yes, it is our job to keep you safe.
Yeah, why don't you walk in the middle of all of us?
Yes, that'll be a good idea.
He
Yes.
was.
I will scan the skies for any approaching dragons. You all can look at for these ground-based hazards that we seem to be encountering here.
Do we know which way the map was going to go up or?
Oh yeah, I mean this is just a very representative map. This is not
Yeah,
any actual place.
We're taking them on a journey.
Yep.
That was basically.
About 2 hours later, you seem to be in a very familiar place, except the quicksand's gone. Look, there it is. There's not separate maps for every encounter here. Sir John has been quiet. Actually, he seems to be maybe a little tired of all this walking. You've been walking. It's about time to stop, probably for lunch.
Someone take a look around.
But-
Make sure the area is safe, and I guess we
Yeah.
can head down for.
I'm gonna percept and see if there's anything dangerous around.
Well, you do notice that Sir John is squinting very intently at the sky, and says, "Is that the dragon? Could it be 4 of them?"
Euros is gonna look up.
Mira with a nat 20 looks up. What do I see?
So Mira sees 4 giant vultures and 4 little fledglings flying down to have themselves a snack.
Find some brothers.
Everybody just looks up. No. Those are vultures.
Vultures, you say? Well, they don't bother living prey, I'm sure, so...
No, they're like.
They're giant vultures. We don't look to like living prey. We look like bugs to them.
Okay, so the vultures are pretty high up. They're still about 60 feet in the air at this point.
Oh wait, hold on.
You want an initiative too? Wait, you've got one. Oh, but you weren't stuck to your thing, I guess.
But, I selected.
Hang on. There you go. Okay. Still Euros' turn, as the vultures are 60 feet up in the air.
He's just gonna bolt away because he's the tiniest person there, and they're probably gonna eat him first.
He looks like a delicious vulture treat.
So he's gonna just bolt into this brush and hide.
Well, if you
Stuff back.
Okay. Let's see. Make a nature check, Euros.
Okay.
More twig people.
Yeah, you know that vultures have an excellent sense of smell, and you don't think that you're actually hidden from them. But
Wait, they have an excellent sense of smell?
yes,
What do vultures? Do I know what vultures really don't like smelling?
they're vultures. They kind of like smelling everything. Pretty much everything smells tasty to them.
I'm just gonna get ready in case something comes near me to just throw acid in its face, I guess.
So the 4 big ones are going to swoop down.
Move the turn order, please.
And there will be 1 each attempting to carry off Sir John, Mira, Valerian, and Jet. So let's see. Here is Sir John, Mira. Ooh, ow! That one is gonna beak you really hard, but then when it tries to snatch you with its talons, it misses. Jet is gonna. That one's gonna hit you pretty hard too. And Valerian. Ooh, 15 to Valerian. So they're not nice.
I'm at 5.
And then it's Valerian's turn.
I will strike at him twice. Actually, you know what? I will bonus action hex this one, the one that's tried to grab me. You know what? No, never mind. Not hex. I will wrathful smite.
Okay.
You have to hit first.
Yeah, you have to hit it before you smite.
No, wrathful smite. This is not
Oh.
a paladin smite.
Okay. I don't know that one. I'm not used to warlocks getting to smite things.
It's all smites are the same.
No, not this one. Well, not this one. I mean, I do have to hit, but it's different from regular smite.
Yeah.
And I miss.
Anything else?
Yeah, my offhand.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't off. So nothing else.
Okay. So the little ones are going to fly up in the air looking hungry. And then it'll be Mira's turn.
Okay. Mira's going to not like having that few hit points. She's going to go ahead and cast enhance ability on herself.
Okay. So which one are you doing?
Bear's endurance, so I get some extra hit points.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Okay, and then can I cast a spell as a bonus action or no?
No, because enhance ability is not a cantrip.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and turn to John and say, well, I just met you, and this is crazy, so have some inspiration. Use it, maybe. And,
I squinted
yeah.
a little harder.
Well, I mean, he makes weapon attacks, and he's next in the initiative order. And then I have combat inspiration now, so he can use that to add to the damage of a weapon attack, and he can also use it to increase his AC by the amount of the roll.
Oh, that's right. He also has an ability that lets him increase his AC. I forgot about that one. I need to remember it. Okay, so he is very thrilled, with stars in his eyes. He will come rushing towards the vulture that is attacking Mira and stab it with the rapier. And he will use his inspiration to hit it. Is that a D? What is it? D8?
D6.
D6. I don't. Oh! But sadly, even thinking of Mira, he cannot hit the vulture.
No, that's the reason why you can't hit it.
And it will be Jet's turn.
Rage. And then reckless attack the bitch that hit him.
Okay, that's this one. And yes, you will. Okay. So, it's looking much less pleased with its choice of targets. Anything else?
I mean, I could grapple it, but I feel like it just fly away. So let's not do that.
That would be pretty entertaining. Willie.
Oh, you can't grab it. I can though. I'm gonna use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on this gentleman right here.
Okay, let's see. A target must make a strength save. Alright.
Yep. And he beats it.
He will do that. Oh. My bad guys are rolling great today. Let's see. And a failed save, so it doesn't do anything on a success?
Nope.
Huh, that's a bummer.
No, but I can keep it around and try and grab again.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. It can cause the hand to crush. Okay, cool. Oh, Okay, good luck with the smoke alarm. I hope nothing's on fire.
And then I will move away.
Yeah?
Run away!
Okay, Euros.
Eros is gonna move over here. And then say, "Take that, you freaking birds!" And throw an alchemical fire right here.
Okay. So they will squawk a bit as they make their deck saves. As they fail their deck saves, and they each get scorched tail feathers.
And then quickly go and run away. Go and hide here.
And then it will be their turn. Alright. So this one is gonna carry Sir John off. It's pretty sure. Yep, he's gonna try to grapple. Oh.
See, that's what I tried to prevent.
Gosh, really? That should actually be a +1 to that, but it doesn't matter. He still made it. They have the silliest slap fight ever, but he manages to drive off the giant vulture as it weakly snatches for him. This one is going to try to grab Mira. Oh, except that she is dealing with the smoke alarm. Oh gosh. Let's see how it does. Oh, she's actually got really good athletics. Not quite good enough, though. So the vulture will take her in her talons and move about 20 feet off the ground. Start flying away with its prize.
Opportunity attack.
Yep, Sir John will get his A up. And miss. Oh no, that doesn't miss, that hits. He will stab it in the butt as it flies off. And then it will be Falarian's. Oh no, then the other vulture gets to go. Right, 2 more vultures. One is going to go for Jet, and it's going to try to grapple him. Oh, and the other.
It's a strength contest, correct?
You can
Athletics contest?
make athletics or acrobatics, your choice. And there's going to be another one for Falarian, and he can also make an Ooh. So Falarian, you need to beat a 22 on your athletics.
Bye, Valerian.
Jet does not get grappled. Yeah. So, oh yeah. So Mira, you've been picked up by a vulture and you're 20 feet in the air, as is Falarian. Although Jet can make an A up on that one that's flying off with Falarian.
Alright. Give me 1 second. My game closed. It's
Oh.
reloading.
Okay.
I've got these 2 buttons on my mouse because it's a gaming mouse, and they're on the side. They're like mouse button 4 and 5, whatever.
Right.
And when I click them, it goes back and forwards on my history.
Okay. Well, sadly, Jet is not able to prevent the
Yeah.
vulture from flying off with Falarian, who is now 20 feet above the sky, with a vulture, in the grasp of a vulture.
I will strike at it.
With disadvantage.
No, he's not restrained. He's just grappled.
Restrained.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is a straight roll.
Stab it in the butt.
So close.
Wait, can I use my offhand or?
Yeah. It's holding you. You're not holding on to it. I'm sure this won't be a problem.
You know, if it drops you, you're gonna be unconscious, right?
Not necessarily.
I mean, it's
Very likely.
If they
Yes.
roll 2 ones, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ah,
Or he could just try to ride it down. He could use a vulture parachute. I'm pretty sure that's like a vulture hang glider. Oh.
He also takes an extra d6 and must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So he takes an additional 1.
Gosh. Okay, well, that is definitely stabbing into him. But he does
Awesome.
not fail his wisdom save.
So he takes 1 piercing and 1 psychic damage.
Kind of hear him go, "Grah!" And the little ones are going to come and see what mommy and daddy are bringing them for dinner. Yum.
Mommy, daddy, uncle, and auntie.
And
Mommy's and
Mira, you are in the same situation as Flareon, being held 20 feet in the air by a giant vulture.
Yeah, awesome. This is a perfect place to be. Mira's going to drop her shield and kind of grab on to the leg of it and then stab it.
Okay. Yes, you are. Um, yeah, it's definitely has a large rent in its leg. Uh, your position is a little more precarious now. It does not look like a healthy vulture. It's kind of struggling and hopping above the ground.
Okay, and I am holding on to it.
Yep, you definitely have a grip on it. And Sir John is going to deal with this one down here on the ground because he did not bring a. Nobody told him to bring a ranged weapon. He didn't realize they would be necessary.
Walk into a dragon that flies.
But he wants
Not a
to
ranged weapon.
chat with the dragon, not shoot the dragon. He does manage to poke this vulture pretty good with this. Oh wait, what was I doing? I was doing that. Okay. And in fact, that vulture has gone from completely unharmed to obviously bloodied. And it's just turn. This one by you, also bloody looking. Oh yes, roll attack on the vulture. He can hit. Okay, I can do that. Morningstar. Maybe I can do that. Morningstar, there it is. Oops, that should be advantage, but it doesn't matter. It hit anyway.
So it's not reckless. You didn't roll advantage, so it's not.
I think he would want it to be reckless, but
Line manager
Nope.
for Donna on use of this.
this one is looking very bad now. And it's Willie's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna use my Earth and Grasp again.
Okay,
On the one that's down here. I'm gonna attempt to do it again, so he has to make a strength save.
okay. I started to say they're pretty strong, but,
He takes 6 damage, and he's grappled.
yeah, I
But
think
he's
he's
restrained.
kind of past the point about caring about being grappled.
You just see a hand come up, grab its throat, just break its neck, and just go down again. Just gives a thumbs up. Yeah.
Very earthy thumbs up.
Yep.
Euros.
Eros is gonna rush over here. On his little legs and go, get down here, you damn bird! Sorry. And throw an alcohol acid at the bird. This one. Right here.
Okay, so that one.
No, they're convinced.
He's 20 feet up.
Yep.
That's 10. Nope.
I'm just trying to think. You could throw it. Yeah, you could throw it above its head if you wanted to not hit Mira. It's tall enough that if you aim for the head, it would not. You know, it's enough squares away that she won't get squished. I mean, splashed. Deck save. However, it's just going to dodge out of the way.
Okay.
And it is going to try to peck at this annoying thing that is squishing it. Oh dear. Okay, it's just going to peck the once. It's not going to bother squishing with the talons, because it wants the meat to be still squirming when it gets it back home.
this is on
Vultures want something alive? What?
Oh, this one does.
These are some very prudish vultures.
These ones have gotten a taste for live meat. They've realized that all those other vultures are idiots eating all that rotten stuff. Man, have you tried fresh meat? It is delicious.
So, which vulture was that?
So your vulture just pierced you for 9 with its beak, and I assume that's when you black out.
Nope, because I have temporary hit points from a thing.
Oh, good. Well, then it squishes you with the talons. The other one is going to beak and talon Falarian.
Okay, well, in that case, I am unconscious.
It's going to beak him for 7 anyway. It's going to miss the other thing. And then the last one...
I am
is going to beak and then talon jet.
It's a good thing he didn't reckless.
Yeah. So Jet, yeah, you forgot to attack recklessly. You were distracted, and so. But wait, does that still hit you? 14s? Yeah, they still hit you. So total of 14 damage.
Half to 7. He's still up.
Oh, right. Barbarians.
Oh, it's only 8 damage because that's for the crit.
No,
Yes, he got 6 on the first one and 8 on the second, so 3 plus 4 is 7 total.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see the beak there.
Yep. And Valerian, you can make a death save. Oh, well.
He's awake.
Valerian wakes up in the grip of the vulture.
He's so used to just dying.
And that's the beginning of your turn, so you can have your turn now.
I will bonus action Wrathful Smite again and take a swing at this guy.
Okay. It's like, wait, no, I just pecked this thing to death. What is even happening?
Oh, come on!
It's a 9s! The 9s, really? Are you sure you're actually rolling a d20 and not just a 7? Okay. Well, unfortunately, you do not make it through its scaly leg.
And that is the end of my turn.
And the little ones are going to start flying off now because they see that meat's a-coming, so they're trying to make it home. Mira can make a death save. And, yeah, could be worse.
At least it's not a nat 1.
Yes.
I imagine my sword is also on the ground now.
Probably. Well, no, I mean, you wouldn't drop it.
Well, I mean, I'm up in the air. I mean,
Yeah, true.
you can't really maintain a grip when you're unconscious, so you all saw that at the ground.
Oh, I mean, she just gained 2 more. Oh no, another death save, correct?
Yeah.
Because she just took damage as she fell.
No, she was saying her sword fell. Oh, yeah, no, the vulture's not going to drop her. Vulture has dinner. And it's just turn. As Sir John fails to help him with the other vulture on the ground and urges him to take care of the vultures in the air.
How far up is the one with Mira?
20 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet. They seem to be having,
He will
especially
throw-
that one, problems flying.
He will throw a javelin.
Okay. Yes, you will. And now Mira has another problem.
Does not apply to ranged attacks.
So
I'm pretty sure it does on javelins.
Yeah, range doesn't apply to ranged attacks, only melee.
Yeah.
No, you will not be dead, but you'll have 2 death saves
Yeah.
because it is technically the same amount of damage. It is the
Yeah.
same damage source.
It's just one. Yeah, the falling is just one thing, so you are now at 2 fails
Okay.
and no successes. And it's Willie's turn. Amira's on the ground now.
Well,
I am close by, by the way.
chair. This one's on the ground.
Yeah, the one down here is on the ground.
Well, then I will move my Maximilian's Herbs and Grass with this gentleman over here and have him.
Okay,
Make
this
a
one
save.
looks much healthier. Oh, and stronger.
Yeah, never mind.
And
That's my turn.
it's Euros' turn.
Euros is gonna rush over to Mira's body,
The CIO called them Dan.
take out his potion, do the whole cork it open, hold the nose, open the mouth, healing drought.
Well, yeah, in fact,
That's
actually,
not how things are supposed to work.
Save people's lives.
Oh. Well, Mira is awake. You've definitely felt better in your life. It's just kind of feathery and warm here. There's a giant vulture kind of laying on top of you. It's not moving. This one is going to... It's going to try to fly off, is what it's going to do. So it's not going to go any higher, but it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Run away with its tasty treat.
Do I have an opportunity attack?
That... No. There's no way up if you're not... It's only for melee. And then is going to try to beak Valerian And then it's going to try to talon him, and it will
I am once again unconscious.
slash him for 5, and you can make a death save. Cannot figure out why its meat is wriggling. Little vultures. I gotta.
That's one success.
Yeah. Little vultures are gonna fly around. They're just flying off. Yay! Daddy got meat. Yay! Mira.
Okay, I will stand up. They pop to about here. I will healing word Flareon.
Okay, Valerian is up again.
And then I will viciously mock it.
Uh-oh.
And I've got nothing clever to say, so I'm just gonna yell obscenities at it as it flies away.
But ow! Your words, they break my bones. Ow! That's not how it goes. All right. So he'll have disadvantage on his first attack. And then it'll be Sir John's turn. So he's looking really kind of horrified. Is this normal out here? Is this what you all are dealing with? This is horrible. He'll, as he stabs it to death, and it bleeds out in the dirt. And it is Jet's turn.
You go 5, 10, 15, and he will throw javelin.
Get a nice running start.
Pretty much. Olympic.
Very Olympic, yeah. And that will hit.
Let me take my rage off real quick before I get yelled at.
Somebody getting angry at the barbarian? Preposterous.
Wait, that's the inverse of what it should be.
And that one is finally starting to look hurt. He thought he was going to succeed where his brethren had failed, but it's not looking good for him. Willie.
I'm going to just leave my Maximilian Earthen Grasp in a thumbs up position as I drop it.
Terminator style.
It fades off with a salute.
And then I will cast Chill Touch.
Okay. Oh, wait, chill touch, not yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
That's a crit. That's 7. Yep.
That's 7 damage.
It staggers, but it flaps its wings and continues to fly on. Euros. There's a very nearly dead vulture making off with Valerian.
Melt it.
Zeros is gonna run up and say, "Damn it, chicken! I'm hungry. I want some chicken tonight."
Oh, it's in
And
there.
throw an alchemical acid at it.
It's just been getting cold.
Okay, oh yeah. So it's gonna roll a 3, and you will exactly melt it. The acid burns into its chest, and it tries to beat its wings, and it starts falling. And so now Valerian has a problem. You can make a dex save to try to land with the vulture under you, which will cushion your fall some. Oh, and you do. Valerian does an incredible flip in the air to only take 5 points of damage as he falls to the ground and falls unconscious anyway, but it looks really impressive while it's happening.
Oh, that looks cool. Always heading right to the rocks. Oh,
I am unconscious.
that was a nasty fall.
Jet would like to collect his javelin.
Kind of sounds like a wet egg breaking open.
Yeah, Mira will run over and use the healer's hit on Valerian.
Can Jet collect his javelin?
Yes.
Walk by Sir John and go, well, welcome to the wilds.
He's very shaken. He's kind of like, maybe we should rest now. Is that, can we do that?
Let's do that.
Yeah, that seems like
Jet,
take a nap.
Jet will pour one of his healing potions into Valerian's mouth, so that way he can actually benefit from a rest.
Okay.
I am now down to 2.
Mira's gonna use her Song of Rest during this short rest.
And while you're doing that, Sir John gives an inspirational speech, kind of trying to weave it in and out. He pretty much steps on your tune a lot. But in addition, you all will get 5 temporary hit points after your rest.
2d4 plus 2, Valerian.
So,
5 more temporary hit points?
yep. Well, they don't stack if you have any other ones, but you'll just have 5.
It's the same thing. I haven't actually taken any damage so far.
Okay.
Yeah, and everyone gets 3 extra hit points, regular hit points from me.
Nice.
I'm going to use my Arcane Recovery to get a first level spell slot back.
You better come up soon.
That's certainly a great way to motivate people into
Sir John, do you want to glow?
No, I don't think that would be helpful in this situation.
Seeing somebody glow.
No, we're not giving him one of your concoctions.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You do.
Why don't you try one, Big Willie?
I just pick you up, walk over like 5 feet, put you down, stay.
He's just giggling. But why?
Because the last time somebody drank one of your concoctions, it turned them yellow.
She glowed yellow. That's what she wanted. It was kind of dim, but these will be better. Trust me.
It gave her dysentery.
No. In fact, the only time one of my potions has ever failed, it turned them pale instead of pink.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time I've ever made a failure. Don't question it.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Just staring at Big Willie menacingly. Attempting to be menacingly. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Just looks like a grumpy old man.
You're both, 1, a third caster, and 2, a very short person. I am above you on so many levels.
Also, he looks to be old, so it just kind of just doesn't work.
So many levels, I am above you.
It's over 9,000. Look, it's the arch.
No, it's a lovely arch we saw before.
Yeah. So after you set off,
It's half McDonald's.
now heading north along this very familiar looking path. Sir John has not recognized the fact that you're going around in circles at all. He's still quite content with what's happening, and you have a little bit of off the beaten path. It's marked on your map. There's an arch, and you hear, well, I don't know. Make some perception checks. Whoever's going in front. Definitely Jet, who notices nothing. And Eurus also notices nothing. Valerian, on the other hand, hears some faint giggling as he approaches the arch.
Which way do I hear the faint giggling from?
Kind of sounds like it's coming from behind the arch.
Is somebody gonna dump water on us as soon as we round the corner?
Can I like throw an Eldritch Blast at the arch as like a warning shot?
I don't know. Is Eldritch Blast, can you target objects with it? Or is it creature only?
It's just it's a pew pew.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just trying to remember what the target on it is. Let's see. Target is... it just says ranged, so it doesn't say on... Oh, wait, no, here it goes. Make a ranged attack against the target. Oh, towards a creature. No, you can only do it on creatures. I thought that might be a thing of Eldritch Blast. I was a warlock once, and I remember not being able to hit inanimate objects.
Then I will point out that I hear giggling in said direction.
You point that out, and you're also just gonna go, should I do something? Should I do something? Should I do something? Do you want me to throw something? I have stuff to throw.
Jet is investigating.
Okay, so Jet, you... in what way are you investigating?
He's going up to it and looking at it. Because he is a barbarian.
Well, he takes one step and trips and falls. Seems like someone has tied your bootlaces together.
Eurus is gonna look down.
Euros notices that his boots are also tied together.
Okay.
Jet will take off his shoes because who needs shoes? You're a barbarian.
He's going to cast. Eurus is then going to cast disguise self. Actually, no, wait, never mind. I won't. He's just gonna look at his boots and just be grumpy and just kind of waddle, like just kind of not even gonna bend over, blindly try and undo his.
Oh my god, are you serious?
It's very annoying because I can't see it and I just dragged it out. Yeah, Sir John seems to be missing a little bit.
It's the unicorn rabbit.
Sir John is missing, and there is a little bunny with a unicorn horn twitching its nose at you. Now you all hear the giggling that is coming from around the arch.
Can you show me where?
Ah, there they go. They just... hold on. I'm reloading my Roll20 because they are not... my stuff was lagging. But basically, yeah, so...
Initiative?
No, I didn't say initiative. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to stop you, but...
I got a sneaking suspicion of what is behind that archway.
Nothing is attacking you.
Eurus is gonna prepare.
Also, a current noble has been turned into a little fluffy bunny.
Eurus is gonna waddle over to it and make it drink one of his potions.
No.
Yep. It's too late now.
No, I pick up the bunny.
Yeah,
I
so
will fight you.
Willie has snatched the bunny into his arms before Euros can pour anything into it. The bunny does not seem inclined to drink a potion anyway.
Where exactly is the sound coming from?
Sounds like it's coming from multiple places, so kind of like around, on top of, behind the arch.
I would like to cast a fairy fire in as large of an area as this is.
Eurus is just gonna stare at Big Willie. And
She thinks there's something invisible here, so
Okay.
fairy fire.
Go for it.
Eurus is just gonna stare at Big Willie and then drink one of his potions. It's the pink one.
The area is glowing, but you don't see anything appear. You hear some more giggling, and you feel some kind of like gentle pats on your arms. It seems like it's almost as if something is trying to tickle you.
Can I grab at where it is?
I think I have an idea of what's enticing us here.
You can. It'll be an athletics or an acrobatics with disadvantage to try to grab at it. Oh, you feel something. Like, you definitely feel something in your hand, and it slips out of your grasp at the last second. Oh, wait. Well, it's at disadvantage, so never mind. But you feel something anyway.
Eurus is now, by the way, glowing pink. He drank one of his potions, so he's now glowing pink.
Okay, Euros, you feel two creatures, like one come and land on either shoulder.
He's going to stand very, very still and just say, "What you doing?" I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Making new friends. You're pink.
Yeah, can I make an Arcana check?
Yes.
To see if I know what this is.
You make Arcana
Oh,
checks,
well, it looks like Willie knows what they are.
These are
And
pixies, ain't they?
yep, pretty much everyone is sure that they're pixies.
Yeah, I'm glowing pink. Do you want to glow a color too?
Yes. That sounds fun.
Let's see. He's gonna just slowly take out a potion. It's gonna be yellow. The yellow one. This one.
The alchemical acid one.
Huh? No, not acid. Yellow.
I tried to make you glow colors, and you didn't want me to make you glow colors. I'm offended.
Yeah, sorry. We didn't know what it was. You want to try again?
I can't today. Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, can we make you glow? We could do it to you.
Sure.
Okay, so there will be a glittery sparkle through the air, and Mira is now glowing pink sparkles, unless she dodges. Some of it also gets on Euros, Willy, and the bunny, so now there's a pink sparkly bunny.
Euros is gonna look. Yes, he's actually gonna try and not become pink, because becoming pink is not his goal.
And there, you also feel something taking the vial out of your hand. You can kind of see it tipping up, a little bit of the liquid disappearing, and then sort of a yellow glow appearing on one shoulder, and then the vial gets passed to the other one, and there's another yellow glow. So you see definitely two yellow glowing spots, and some other creatures fade into view.
Euros is gonna kind of point at the bunny. Can you please turn him
It's fine.
normally?
It'll wear off in like an hour.
Okay, good.
And one of them will come and like come up behind Willy and try to tickle him and go, "Yeah, you're a big one, but you're smart, aren't you?" "Yeah, it'll just wear off. Don't worry about it. He's cuter that way. You can have a new friend."
And definitely better.
Yeah, that guy talks a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, and most of what he says
also
is
hear a lot
not
right
true.
now. He's still. He may be a bunny, but he's still here.
One of them is going to sit on the bunny's back and kind of scratch its ears. Yeah, he'll remember. It's okay.
So
Mira's gonna cast a minor illusion of a carrot in front of Rabbit John and see if he bites.
Rabbit John is pretty happy. He's lunging for it, lunges for it, lunges for it.
I just keep it just out of reach.
He tries to squirm out of Willy's arms. I don't think he's going to make that save.
I mean, you can try.
Let's see. Oh, actually, his dexterity is pretty high. He may be able to wiggle out. Go ahead and make an athletics or an acrobatics check to... Oh, yeah. the Rabbit John is wiggly, but Willy is strong, so he cannot break free.
I know how to handle animals.
Floppy little nose is flopping frantically towards the carrot.
I give him a carrot.
He looks pretty happy.
Alright, well. See y'all out here a long time.
Uh,
Start talking to the Pixies.
yeah, that's our arch. We hang out here a lot. It's pretty fun. Sometimes we meet things.
he's gonna all of a sudden make his eye like so. Euros is also gonna do a minor illusion because he can do that, and basically just turn the ground, just make him glow more pink, brighter pink.
Yeah, we've never met people like you.
Like
Any
me,
people come out here?
or
What?
from like all of us.
Well, like any of you, really. I mean, I saw a human once, and the other five just turned to that one and go, "No, you didn't."
Well, now you can say you met a Goliath, a gnome, a human, another human, a dwarf, and an elf.
And a bunny.
And a bunny.
We meet bunnies a lot, though. But yeah, no. Usually it's scalier things, greener things, meaner things.
Yeah, we've run into those.
Yeah, we're not mean at all. We're really nice.
Well, we try.
As she says that, Jet hits it with the more.
Yeah, no, we hardly get to play with anybody out here. Everybody's trying to bite so much. That's why we turned your friend into the bunny.
Just to make sure that he won't. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, he's gonna have a story to go back to.
Yeah, look, you all are awfully good sports, so, we want to help you out. And they will each reach into their pouch and hand each of you one little, like, pouch full of pixie dust. It's kind of like folded up into a little leaf, a little packet of pixie dust.
When they hand it to him, Euros is just gonna look at it, look back at like the glowing spots on his shoulder, and goes, "Thank you so much."
Big Willie is got his jaw on the floor.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you.
It's fun stuff. You'll have a good time with it. It can, well, it does different things. You're not pixies, so I don't know what it's gonna do for you guys.
Oh, I have a few uses I can think of doing with this, but thank you nonetheless.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that should be enough for one use, whatever it does.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just gonna take old rabbit is here, and we're gonna get walking.
Yeah, where are you guys going? Maybe we can give you a shortcut. You want a shortcut?
I covered Sir John's ears. We are just taking him around we're taking him around the wilds, not really going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Getting to see.
Mira wants to look at this arch a little bit closer. Like, does it look old?
It looks pretty ancient. Yeah, it looks like it was definitely once part of something much bigger. And you could tell there is actually a path through here. There's kind of like some stones in the ground that look a little too regular for, just natural formation.
Is this something I'd be able to do a history check on?
It would be very difficult, but you can try.
Actually, I'd like to give her advantage because I
Yeah.
did the research.
That's
so
true. So both of you can sort of think really hard together and talk about your theories.
I don't help you. Sorry.
No, you still help. You just give her advantage on her roll. Um, However, like you're kind of looking at the shape of it, and it looks like it was built by something taller than humans. Um, like
Still
Willie's.
about my height.
It's well, I mean, obviously it's really tall. Like it's a big arch, like you could drive carts and stuff under. But it looks like it would be, yes, something made for something more Willie size than, uh, like Jet's size or Euros's size, or it was made by gnomes and it's just super impressive giant architecture.
I'm gonna do a history check on it as well. I want to see if it was made by gnomes. It was really, really nice.
Big a door.
Meanwhile, Euros is over there going, "Oh yeah, this is some ancient architecture. This is really old. Like this is probably older than humans."
He just, he just splurts that out.
Dwarven in nature.
Definitely not. Well, actually, you kind of get a feeling like it's not dwarven, but there's something about it that resonates with your dwarfy nature.
Because it's made of stone.
Mira's gonna ask the pixie that's flying around her. Do you know who built the arch?
It's always been here. It's been here forever.
Are there more things? Or just the arch?
Yeah, there's lots of things. Look, there's rocks over there. There's a bush over there. That's a shrub.
No, more things that are.
More things that are built, not natural things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There used to be more. A lot of it's gone away now. But yeah, there used to be a lot of arches like this. Now there's just this one. It's nice though. It's comfy. It's safe.
You know where those arches led?
No, they lead somewhere. I mean, arches. They kind of just sit in one place, don't they? That's what this one's always done.
You said there were multiple. I figured they'd be sort of along a path.
Oh yeah, that way. And she kind of points off into the distance. You can see a little bit of path, but not much of one. And then it kind of gets lost pretty quickly. But it kind of looks like it's going, off to the, which way is that? West. That's the word.
Nope.
This has been enlightening.
Yeah, the two yellow glowing pixies fly around. Like, yeah, it has. This is great.
Have you guys seen a dragon?
Oh, what? No. Those things are scary, man. If we saw a dragon, we would not be here.
Okay, just checking.
Alright, well, come visit us again. We had fun playing.
Yeah. Totally.
I'll definitely coming back here. This is very interesting to talk to y'all.
Yeah, bring more friends next time.
Well, I think out of would the druids be interested in talking to fairies?
Yes.
No, I'm talking to the GM, asking the GM a question.
Possibly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can bring some friends. See if they're interested.
Cool.
Yeah. You should totally do. So, Eurus is gonna politely ask them. You're gonna tell them that he's gonna start moving now because he's kind of been standing pretty much still most of this time.
You still haven't untied your shoes?
No, he hasn't.
Okay.
He waddled around the place. He kind of goes. He's never, undone it. At this point, he's gonna, get down, actually untie his shoes.
I completely forgot I had a familiar.
Oh yeah.
Obro suddenly appears.
They're like, whoa, that's really cool. Where'd you get that from? Hey, neat. Hey, he's a fairy too.
Yeah, he is from the Feywild. His name's Oberos. Bit of a party pooper if you ask me, but
One of them tries to take a ride.
he just turns around and
Yeah, I've met more fun owls. Let's leave him alone. They speak. They say something in Sylvan. Your familiar hoots something back, also in Sylvan.
Freaking.
Unfortunately, I did not pick Sylvan as a language, so I have no idea what they're saying.
Apparently, my language is reset again, which is annoying.
Oh yeah, they updated the character sheets again.
Language.
But they finally fixed one of the really bad bugs, so at least there's that.
Alright, well, we gotta get going.
Okay, well make sure you come back this way.
Yeah, we'll do.
They're going to go back to the inky blackness of the encounter area.
With the owl bears.
I forgot what my third language was. Could I say it was Sylvan?
I know it was definitely not Sylvan.
Nah, I think it was Primordial.
I think it might have been. That's definitely possible.
Probably was Primordial.
Oh yeah, so is someone going to carry Sir Bunny?
Yeah, I am. I just don't have control of this token.
Okay, so Sir Bunny is going to come along.
For like an hour.
Yep.
Until he turns back.
And then about an hour later, you're just kind of holding Sir John in your arms.
Yeah.
He's nibbling a carrot.
I'm gonna turn to Eurus and go, oh my god, they gave us pixie dust.
I know. I know. It's freaking,
I can literally use this for any spell component that I want. This is amazing.
Okay, the alchemist stuff, the freaking studying I'm gonna do with this stuff, it's gonna be, it could open so many more gateways. Oh my gosh.
I could have sold this on the market and get such, oh my god. This is the best day ever.
Yeah,
I'm so glad we took this job.
So am I.
Well, what all can it do?
They're gonna...
Pixie dust? Well, it can make you temporarily fly if you wanted to, but
But you must believe.
potential. Its true greatest property is it could be used as any substitute for a component spell that has a GP cost to it.
That's handy.
It is very handy. That's why it's so expensive on the market.
I need the stuff. I could do... You see, he just starts murmuring off, like, just talking about this and that, and mixing it with this thing, that thing, just...
Mira gives him a little pat on the head. It's adorable when he goes off like that.
Wait, did you pat Euros in the head?
Yeah.
He's gonna stop, look at you. Not a child. And I'm not an old man. You're not allowed to do that to me.
How long until you're an old man? Do I get to pat you on the head then?
No. No. You ain't gonna get to pat me on the head then. You ain't gonna get to pat me on the head now.
Okay.
He tries to give you a stink eye. It just looks like a grumpy old man. It's very, very bad.
Mira will wait until he turns around and then minor image a hand patting just over his head.
I want mage hand to pat on his head.
You're just gonna turn around and just snap his fingers and put a, basically make your face all of a sudden have a bunch of clown makeup. Illusion clown makeup on your face.
Which one?
Your face. Willie's
Big Willie's?
Big Willie's face. All of a sudden is now covered in clown makeup.
I don't care. I can't see it. That kind of backfired on you, didn't it?
Yeah, the point was make you look stupid, not to make
I'm carrying Sir John. I can't look more stupid than I currently am.
Yeah, Sir John is looking a little confused by everything at this point. He takes the carrot out of his mouth and drops it on the ground and straightens his clothes, brushes the dust off.
That was encounter with Pixie.
And that happens often out here, does it?
Nope.
No.
Oh, well, good to know.
Well, you were polymorphed into a tiny little rabbit with a unicorn horn, which was actually quite adorable.
And you're very, very lucky they didn't. They were, just trying to play.
Do you know much about pixies?
Of course I do. I've read many books about pixies.
Well, then you know how tricksy they can be sometimes. They're a very playful bunch.
Yes, the tricksters of the wilds, yes.
Yeah, you just got tricked by one.
Can you sneak up behind, what's his name? John?
He can try.
Can he try?
Yeah. John turns around and is just like, is there something I can do for you?
He's just gonna give him a stink eye and walk off. Grumbling about,
He's a special kind of person.
What's eating that guy, huh? He didn't get turned into a bunny.
Also, he's still glowing pink. You're also still glowing pink.
Oh yes, and I would appreciate it if you did not mention this little episode when we get back to town.
No, of course not.
Never. We'd never do that kind of thing. You're just gonna open a journal and write something down. Start writing.
Ah, a scholar. Yes, I'm a bit of a scholar myself. What you writing there?
Does Sir John know Gnomish and Primordial?
You don't know.
Okay. It's written in Gnomish and Primordial and weird cipher, and it's very odd.
He's kind of looking over and says, "Ooh, are those arcane writings? We have a wizard back at home."
He closed the book. No, it's just Gnomish and Primordial. It's not arcane.
Well,
no.
all right then.
It's not that complicated. Now, if you want to talk about those kind of things, I believe Big Willie could totally give you a crash course.
Oh no, that arcane stuff, that's not for a man like myself. No, I wouldn't. No, I can actually use a sword.
Who says Big Willie can't?
And why are you assuming magic users can't use a sword?
Well,
Mira can. So can Flareon. Big Willie simply uses his staff. He could use a sword. The staff's better for him.
Well, perhaps perhaps I was a little misinformed, but at home, typically wizarding is not something that my family goes in for.
Ah, well, that is reasonable.
We have other things to occupy our time.
Like what?
Like counting money.
Oh, you know, politics. Well, probably you don't, but it's people like us take care of it so that people like you don't have to worry about it.
One sec. Frick, what?
Oddly enough, we say the same thing about adventuring.
Ah, capital. We all understand each other then.
Well then, let's get a move on.
I believe you've heard of my sister-in-law?
I wonder if he has, because he is a Star Knight and not a Sunstone, but there's a good chance he has. Let's see. Oh yes, actually, she was at a party at his house just a few weeks ago. Charming woman.
She's my sister-in-law, so I have had to hear about some things. He seems just all of a sudden when he starts thinking about politics and his sister, and he just kind of goes, politics.
Yes, they're great, aren't they? And he will stride off confidently into the wilderness once again. Although maybe a little bit more willing to follow behind Jet's footsteps and not go off the path quite as much. About 3 hours later, you reach the plateau that was described to you. It does kind of rise out of the brush. It's kind of like a big tableland, about 20-foot sheer cliff face. Um, the area, the wall side of it, is pretty protected from the wind on this side. Or you can move to the side where it's protected from the wind and the elements and all that sort of thing. Um, and it's not really that close to night, but the sun is getting low.
Well, we probably should start our way back. If we start going back, we'll get there by dinner, right?
Well, you want to be there.
Until tomorrow's
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. So, perhaps.
Let's set up camp, and I will ritual cast alarm.
I'm sure nothing would happen to you overnight.
I don't trust it.
Euros is just gonna set up his little tent. That's basically just a little blanket over the ground that's kind of colored similarly to the ground, and that's about it.
Sir,
He doesn't really need anything else. Tiny.
Sir,
Just rolls out his bedroll, lays down.
Sir John's kind of looking around, like, where are the? You did.
Yes, you're off to sleep on the ground.
But there's no servants. There's no. Who's going to cook the dinner?
Fancy beds.
There's no fancy beds or anything like that. We're out.
It's just you and Mother Nature.
No. I go, yeah, those servants, left and right.
He looks to his left and sees Valerian. He looks to his right and sees Euros, and he's like, "Oh, yes. All right then, gentlemen."
Left and right hands.
He looks down at his hands and looks up at you again.
You serve yourself. Oh my god.
Well, it's very rustic. Yes.
You have to do it by yourself. Now we are willing to help if you ask, but you have to still sleep on the floor and gotta get it.
You did bring a tent, right?
Yeah.
Jack curled up in his bedroll already. Says, "Speak for yourself. I'm not helping anyone."
He pulls out some things. He has sort of a bedroll. It's like a leather sleeping pad with some silk sheets on it.
You're gonna need a tent.
Well, I assumed your tent bearers would bring them.
You see,
You are the tent bearer. Everybody brings their own tent. BYOT.
Oh,
You
I'm
can bunk with me. I got a tent big enough for both of us. Surprising, right?
that is quite impressive.
I don't need no tent. I need a tent. I just need a sleeping bag.
So, what do we do for food if you didn't bring a cook?
Well, I
Go
can.
over there and make some nice meal.
We can.
I can cook up something too.
I could try and get something. Try and make something for us to drink.
I've seen what your drinks do. I'm not sure I want to try any of that.
No, not those kinds of drinks.
You know, I'll make dinner. We'll make my auntie's special dish.
I can he pops his knuckles. I can do some brewing. Let's see if it's.
No one wants your brewing.
He's gonna start working on something.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
I mean, a 9 is not completely
I might have
undrinkable.
inadvertently created a poison.
A 9 will just give you a bad hangover.
Now he makes it, sniffs it. Yeah, here, you have it.
He kind of takes a cup gamely and looks at it and goes, cheers.
I just shake my head. No, don't do it.
Yours is just smiling like really nicely.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. So he kind of does the thing where he pretends to take a drink and then throws it over his shoulder, but it's not subtle.
Why?
He ends up hitting me with his like over the shoulder.
Just right in the face. Giant mugful of whatever it was that you just made.
I'm just looking over like, that's not gonna end well.
He's just, he's still trying to stand there and act like he didn't just do that.
Yours is just giggling. Yours is just on the ground, giggling and like rolling around.
I give both of you the dirtiest looks and wipe it off and move away.
Hey, Mira, you want to help me with dinner?
I mean, I can try, yeah.
Yours is just gonna kind of just at this point, it's just gonna like wrap up. Just gonna...
Yeah,
Essentially,
like,
essentially, I'm making shepherd's pie.
Down for the night.
Nice.
Sir John's kind of gonna poke around and says, "Oh, I know what you do. I've read this in one of my books. You gather firewood when you camp at night. I'll do that."
No. Not without somebody else.
Nope.
Remember?
Yeah.
Flareon?
Yes.
Can you please stay close to Sir John and make sure he does not run off too far?
I will go Sir John and I'll keep an eye out, make sure he doesn't run into anything he's not supposed to.
Thank you.
He tries to basically step in a giant patch of cactus, but other than that, you don't have to save him from anything.
Alright, so who wants to be the first person to tell him that we already had firewood?
No, it keeps him away and occupied for a while.
Yours
Let him,
you go. Don't
let him
tell
let him tire himself out.
Yours
I'm a
just said,
toddler.
we're not telling him. No, we're never gonna tell him. Ever.
So yeah, Valerian, you watch as he takes out this little tiny hatchet, kind of like one of those really terrible Bear Grylls survivalist ones that falls apart when you hit the first piece of wood with it. But it's got like a super fancy etching on it, so that makes it premium priced. And he is just going to town trying to chop up this little tiny shrub with it. This is, yes.
It's not another vine blight or blight of any sort, is it?
You look carefully, but it doesn't seem to be moving, other than, when he whacks it with the hatchet.
Alright, so I'll let him finish as I keep it. I'll tell him, wait, a live tree isn't going to do it. It needs to be dry. So preferably something dead and already on the ground.
Oh, right, yes. He kind of looks around, and he does find some twigs and things. There's not a lot around. But he manages to get a good armful. It takes him the better part of an hour before he's finally ready to go back with his armful of firewood, which he brings back to find Mira and Willie already cooking over a roaring fire.
No, that's good. We always need more wood.
I'll set it down next to the fire. So this should keep us through the night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look over a mirror and just shake my head no.
Definitely not.
So, Sir John, you got any good stories that you haven't told us yet?
Mira elbows Willie really hard.
Well, actually,
Really a death glare.
I do. And he starts telling you about the last time there was a festival and how Lady Sunstone had brought a very inappropriate companion, and how everyone was giggling, and how very droll the whole thing was. This story takes another 45 minutes or so.
Inappropriate?
Oh yes, she brought a commoner with her.
Wait. Wait, okay. He stares at John. Are you you talking about my sister-in-law?
Oh, no, 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 not her. No, of course not.
Good.
I've met your brother, I believe. He seems like an upstanding young man.
Yeah. My brother.
Why is Euros a yellow square?
He's not. That's his blanket.
Oh, okay.
Technically, yes. Then he is in a yellow blanket, a yellow square. What was that? You know what the commoner's name was? I may have known him. I was from a simple farmer family myself.
With commoners, really, who could keep them straight, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing with nobility. Who can keep them straight? There's just so many of y'all.
Not the important ones. Everybody knows who we are. Don't be silly.
I had no idea who the hell you were.
Neither did I.
Oh, that's so sad for you. Still, I'm sure you have some sort of something with this outdoor stuff. You must get some sort of enjoyment out of it.
Out of what?
You know, all this fresh air and wilderness,
Yes, we do.
dirt
Yeah,
and such.
I get enjoyment of not having to be rambled on by my sister about freaking getting a real job and not being an adventurer 'cause it's not a real job. She's good. She's a really good lawyer, and all of a sudden, no, you're not doing a real job. Badge. He just starts rambling on about his annoyance with his sister, of her just constantly, basically nagging him to get a real job and stop adventuring, and just basically stay in the city and just do alchemy stuff.
Sir John puts on very concerned face and listens. Your sister sounds very wise.
She sounds really boring.
Yours just glares daggers at Sir John. Really?
Oh, well, I didn't mean anything by it. I would think that you'd be proud to have such a fine, upstanding young woman as a sister.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, she is. Just.
Yeah, there's a certain cut and cloth of us adventurers that just we don't do well in confined spaces.
Inherited that from my mom.
Take me for example. I do enjoy, working hard all day, but there's just something about magic that just catches my eye. You don't see much of it in the city. It's out here where you use most of it, where you can have free reign of using it.
Well, of course, it's very dangerous. I can't imagine the sort of horrors you must have seen learning these horrific tricks.
I went to a school.
Oh, the college? Really, I'm surprised. I didn't think they, I mean... Well,
No, we saved up, my aunt and uncle saved up enough money so I can go. Seeing they thought I was a prodigy.
well, so far, I've been very impressed with the spells you've thrown.
Yes. Now, I believe you want to talk about interesting ways of getting magic as his eyes turn to Flareon. I believe he knows something about that, don't you, Flareon?
I know a thing or two.
Oh, did you go to the college as well?
No. He got his magic from a different source. Well, that's helping him out so much. Now isn't it, Valerian?
Something like that. My magic comes from elsewhere.
You should really, talk to that source and maybe get a better deal.
Ah, yes, I know all about deals. If you need some help with that, I'm sure I can help write you up a contract.
It's a deal with a, what do you exactly have a deal with?
Say that again?
What exactly do you have a deal with, Euros? What is it?
I see a Wispen Trio plays all the time, but nothing producing of it.
You know these upper level beings, they're always so finicky.
Hmm.
kind of a prolific. It's a question. There's more than one.
Oh, like a dragon? I believe that
More,
dragons are very powerful.
Metaphysical than that.
more than a dragon. Much more.
It's more something not of this plane that I would prefer not to speak of.
Oh well, I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Shake my head no.
So Sir John will partake of the tasty dinner. Um,
It's a nice hearty shepherd pie.
it's it's not what he's used to, but he seems pretty happy about the whole thing. And then he, rolls out his
Fill you up.
pad, and about 35 seconds later, you just hear loud snores.
Euros goes to everybody and hands them corks, basically.
Nah, I'm fine. I slept next to a bomb.
Okay. Hands, anybody who's willing to take corks, he just gives corks to put in their ears.
Jet debates shoving the corks down John's throat.
So, we should probably set a watch just in case.
I can take first watch.
Willie cast an alarm.
I haven't. Oh yeah.
I still don't trust it.
I'll go. I'll take first watch. We'll be here for what? 8 hours? Right?
Alarm automatically wakes you up if you're asleep.
Yes, but there is Fae in this forest. It could.
Yeah. What is the the range? What's the perimeter of your
20 foot.
alarm?
20-foot cube.
20-foot cube.
Oh, that's not very big.
No.
If you ritually cast it, could you cast it more than once?
I guess, yeah. Like inside like an area of like 40 feet.
The DM's making fire.
Nah, it's fine. Let's see. 20-foot cube until the spell ends. Designate creatures. Alert you with a ping. Yeah, it doesn't say you can't cast it more than once.
Yeah, so I'll just. Oop.
So then pick another 20-foot square.
No, I'll just do a bigger square.
Or bigger square.
So this corner. Then over here. Over here. That's a big area.
So mark it out again. So just 20 feet, that square, basically.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. Yep, not doing anything here. Don't mind me.
So is that good?
And indeed, it turns out that Garn did tell you one true thing, which is the base of the plateau is a totally safe place to camp. Nothing bothers you throughout the night. Sir John awakens with the first light of dawn.
Oh, great.
And says, "Ah, my well-rested friends, up, time to go. Let's meet this dragon."
To pack up camp first. Make sure there's no embers left so we don't set a forest fire.
Oberos come up first.
That hasn't done much adventuring. You sure are eager to meet this dragon.
Well, yes, I mean, you all have done your part at the fighting and the weapons, but really when it comes to the negotiation, that's what I'm looking forward to. The cut and thrust of the argument.
So, why do you believe you could make a deal with this dragon?
I'm Sir John Star Knight. I can make a deal with anyone.
Anyone?
Make a deal with me.
Give me your shield.
No.
But it would be, I'm your lord, and it would be in your interest to give me your shield.
No, it really wouldn't. My shield protects me.
Yes, it is your shield, and it protects you, and you are protecting me, therefore you have given me your shield. Haha, see? That's the kind of brains that I'm going to be bringing to this dragon.
That is
message from the druids. It seems the dragon has circumvented us and just gone straight to the town, so we have to go back.
Oh, well, quick, we
Dragons.
must hurry then. We don't want to lose it.
Yes, let's make our way back. We know a shorter way to get to town.
Ah, fantastic. Let us leave at once.
Oh look, fire.
Yeah, hey, look, you found the fire. Um, Sir John is going to try to walk in, and he has given you an inspiring speech this morning about how great it's going to be to meet this dragon and how the dragon's going to come protect Crystal City, and like you almost believe that it could happen. And you all get your 5 temporary hit points. Yeah, no, you don't really believe it, but he's pretty good at that. Not anything else, just that.
He's good at rallying speeches.
Yes.
You know, John,
Yes.
you're very good at inspiring people. Just want to point that out. You're very good at rallying people for a cause.
Oh, yes, I certainly like to think so. So you are going the more direct route back, or at least a slightly different route, and you see some steam rising from the ground. It's not actually fire; it's just steam, but the steam didn't show up on the map, so we're using fire to represent it. It's kind of escaping through little cracks in the ground. You can kind of look, and it looks like it goes pretty far in either direction. On the plus side, they seem to have a sort of regular, uh, like the little puffs of steam are coming out at fairly regular times. So,
Can I
This
make a
look
nature check?
natural.
yes, you can make a nature. Yeah, Willie's looking at it and he's like, "Oh yeah, these are steam vents. There, it's when water, like when there's volcanic activity under the ground, it heats up the groundwater and then it bursts through. It must mean the water table's pretty high here, which is unusual, but other than that, it seems totally normal."
There's a lot of water. This is a very strange area, but take caution because, these vents are not that stable. They are also very fragile, so watch where you step, please.
Let's walk around.
As you start to avoid them,
I could do it.
it's much bigger than this. It is represented by a very small area on the map, but it's like a big field of it, kind of like a Yellowstone kind of thing.
You're
Reinforced, though.
carefully tiptoe his way through.
Tiptoeing in my Jordans.
Next tech or something, or
Um, as long as this doesn't happen, everything's fine. But then a thing happens, and it's not so fine anymore. You start to notice that some of the vents are not following the regular pattern. And those ones sort of have dust swirling up in the steam, like the steam is puffing away these big puffs of dust as well.
Oh,
And they sort of start forming it up. You kind of rub your eyes. It kind of almost looks like there's like little figures in the dust and the steam.
oh no.
And then they start attacking you. Very, very slowly, apparently.
I bet I can get lower.
I don't think you can.
Actually, I could have.
Oh, and Sir John.
Larry, I could.
I only got a 7.
Valerian wants to assess the situation and not step on it. Oh, well, and so can Sir John, actually. He's also trying to assess the situation. So, if you are moving, you'll just need to make a dex save to avoid stepping in anything dangerous and hot. And if you want, you can give yourself a survivor roll to give yourself advantage on that dex save to see if you can guess where it's coming from.
Or you can be a barbarian and get advantage on dex save.
Yeah, because yes, you can see them. And Jet, you get to go first, as you see these little buzzing imps forming out of the steam and dust.
So 15 save work.
Oh yeah.
You'll run up,
Rage.
and smackety smack with the stuffs.
Oops, that is not how I do that. A 15 will hit.
Okay. La-da-da-da,
Says this reckless here.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Ma'am. Yes, sir, ma'am.
Mira.
If I only had lightning bolt.
Okay, so these ones are like dusty and these ones are fiery.
Steamy, but yes.
Steamy.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna look at, I guess, this cloud of steam and say, hey buddy, you should probably fight with us because we're really cool. And try to cast suggestion on it.
Huh. It seems to think that that's reasonable.
Cool. And then I'm gonna... no, I think I'll just stay right here, because I'm the least dexterous person in the world, so that's gonna be... Yeah, you'd think. Actually, I'll look at Willie and say... I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna give him a big thumbs up and give him inspiration.
Hey.
Okay, Euros.
Oh gosh. Oh frick. Burn. Wait, you're already burning. Yeah, fine, still burn. It's gonna throw an alchemical acid.
Okay.
There.
Slightly different type of burning.
Chemical burn. Away.
One dex save for him. And one dex save for him. Yeah, they both flap their little wings and get out of the way. And it's Willie's turn. Oh, unless you wanted to move.
No.
Okay.
I will use my chill touch. Now, is that an attack or damage for the inspiration?
Both.
Yeah, you can use it on either.
Yeah, so you can use it for the attack roll, for the damage roll, or if you take a hit, you can use it to increase your AC for that hit.
I'll use it for my damage.
Okay, which one are you hitting?
The one in front of me.
Okay. Yes, you are. Okay, and you get a d6 on top of that. For another 1 point of damage.
It's damage.
Yep. You can
I'm
see it's
good where I am.
definitely done something to it. Oh, huh. That's interesting. I missed something when I set up this encounter, but that'll be fun. Alright, so this one thinks that these dusty ones are stinky, and so it's going to try to attack it. Oh, actually, this is going to be very confusing. So he's going to come over here. The other one is not going to AOP it because it doesn't realize what's coming. And he's going to breathe out a cone of fire. Oop, there. These three are going to have to make dex saves. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, they're very good at it.
I'll only take half.
But he will set those 3 dusty ones on fire, and they are very confused as they each take their 5 points of damage. Oh. Except, in fact, they are so confused, like, you see that the dust is just going up like crazy. It seems like it's very flammable. The little flecks in the air. These other two, though, they don't think that that's a good idea at all. So this one is going to breathe on Valerian, Jet, and Euros. So the 3 of you can make dex saves.
With advantage because I'm a barbarian.
It's only against traps.
Oh! No, it's against any effect you can see.
Oh, no, spell effects, yeah.
Wait, I did not... Yeah, a 1 is not possible on a 2d6. Let's try that again. Okay, so the total damage...
2, right?
would be... No, the total damage would be 4. Jet failed. But Valerian and Euros will take 2 each, and Jet will take 4. Unless you are resistant to fire.
He's not a bear.
Okay.
Wait,
And
who failed?
just Jet.
Jet.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't believe Jet's a bear anyway. Start. Jet, are you a bear?
so how much damage do I take?
2.
4. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Valerian do I take 2? Jet takes 4.
Yep. And the other one is going to breathe on just Jet and Euros. So they can make another save. Oops, not 2d5, 2d6.
Yeah.
And you both dodge again. So, ooh, but this one is a much hotter breath, and you will take 5 for the half damage. Then the dusty ones are going to go. They're still, let's see. So they can also breathe, I think. Nope, they don't breathe. They do breathe. Okay, cool. This one's going to come up here. There's a dust muffet in his way. Fine. It's just going to breathe on Willy and nobody else. So Willy, you can make a dex save. Then the one down at the... Okay, so you're blind.
Sand.
As the sand gets in your eyes, you try to blink it out of the way, but, it really hurts. This one's going to come over here so that he can breathe on Valerian and Euros, and the other one will breathe on Jet and Euros. So Euros, you can make 2, and Valerian and Jet, you can make 1 each.
I failed. I failed one of my blinds.
Okay. So Euros is also blind. Valerian and Jet are fine. And it's Sir John's turn. So I'll say, stand back. I've got this. I'll go running up to this one and poke it with his rapier. And he does, in fact, have this. It explodes in a cloud of dust.
Blinding everyone in the radius.
Yep, so Sir John stares directly at it as it bursts in death. And the other little guy, he just dodges. He's fine. Sir John, blind. And the other two... Oh, no, they did their thing. It was his turn. Now it's Valerian's turn. There's an almost dead, dusty one in front of you.
I feel as though this icon's more appropriate to what's happening.
I'll attack this one here first.
Okay. That one's looking pretty, well, entirely healthy, actually. Wow, you hit it. It is no longer looking entirely healthy. It's looking slightly stabbed. And now it's looking slightly more stabbed.
Okay. The first attack was magical, the second attack was not.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Seems like both of your weapons are doing the same amount of damage.
And that's the end of my turn.
Jet.
He's gonna start smacking it.
Okay, this one in front of you is the steamy hot one.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Yes, a 21 will hit.
Oh my.
You gently tap it for 3 points of damage.
I quit.
And then it's Mira's turn.
Okay, Mira will move up on this one and
Oh, yeah.
attack it.
Sir John forgot his dex save, and Mira also needs to make a dex save if she wants to move without... Oh! Ooh, Sir John, not good. So he puts his foot in a steam vent. Mira dances right around them. Sir John kind of pulls his scalded foot out. Ouch. And Mira slices into it. Ooh. Now it is a cloud of steam about half the size that it was before. It's starting to get faint and wispy. And it's Euros' turn. Oh, unless there's something else. I forget you have all kinds of extra actions.
Nope, that's good for now.
Okay.
He's blind, so he's gonna go, gonna reach out and find Jet, and then go, okay, Divine Shield. So I can do that.
Okay.
So, Divine Shield on Jet.
And let's see, do you get another... At the end of your turn, you get another save.
Yep, I do. I still have an action, however.
Okay.
Could I use my action to... Oh, wait, no, I can't see. Yeah, I think I'll just stay there. Actually, can I ready my action for if I go unblind?
Yes.
So I'm gonna ready my action if I go unblind. I'm gonna throw a fire potion here, probably.
Okay.
But that is only if I get unblinded. So now just a dex... What check?
Dex check, yeah. Dex save.
Dex save.
And that's enough. You blink your eyes, it becomes clear, and now you can react to that and throw your thing. At these three guys. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It might matter.
Hit, miss.
So 2 of them explode. Sir John is already blind.
Big Willie's already blind.
That's not close enough to Big Willie to blind him. Oh no, that one doesn't explode. So just this guy.
Yeah, wait, sorry. There's magma fish. But...
Yep. And, yeah, that's not good for them. 2 of them explode in giant clouds of dust. And you are unharmed. And it is Willie's turn. Blind Willie.
I will attempt to hit this one.
Okay.
That one's the suggestion
Oh.
will wear off if you do that. That one's our friend.
You already declared it.
Yeah, I was gonna do it either way, but I have disadvantage, so.
Okay.
So you kind of swing your staff near it. No, that's not where it is.
I'm still blind.
Yep. Alright. So this one is going to come meow, and try to get rid of that last little thing there. I'm going to try to claw it. And he fails. This one, though, is going to try to... Oh, first he's going to see if his fire breath recharges. It does not, so he will just... Oh, and there's one more. Ah, that one, his fire breath does recharge. So this one is going to claw at Falarion. And yes, hit you for 5 slashing plus 2 fire, as his steamy claws rake through you. The other one is going to breathe on Jet and Euros.
Nope.
Well, not too much on Jet, just gently. But pretty hard on Euros. So that will be 7 to Euros and 3 to Jet. And that's everything for them. The final Dusty guy is going to go after Falarion and try to claw him. Oops. Except I've accidentally closed his sheet, which will make it hard for him to attack.
He doesn't need to.
Scratch for 3 slashing damage with its sharp little dusty claws. It feels like sand scraping against you.
Ouch.
Sir John is going to try to move. He will step in another steam vent as he moves forward and attacks whatever's in front of him. And misses. And then it's Falarion's turn, as I figure out how much of Sir John's foot burns off.
The 2 in front of me, how badly do they look?
The dusty one looks barely holding together. The other one looks bloodied or magma'd.
The one that looks bloodied, I'll strike that one first.
Okay. Yes, you will. You poke it gently with your rapier. Some steam hisses out. But it's not dead.
And this will be for the one that, and this is for the one that looks like it's on its last leg.
Okay. It is no longer on its last leg, and Sir John and Falarion and the 2 dust methods can make, or magma methods, can make dex saves to avoid being blinded. Oh, wait, no, Sir John can't, he's already blind.
You can't be more blind.
No, you don't get any more blind than he is. Valerian now is also blind as you poke your short sword into it. It explodes in a cloud of dust and it gets in your eyes. It's very stingy. These guys, Dex. They dodge out of the way. Jet.
Smack it.
Yes, you do. It is smacked.
Yeah.
There's like tiny little bits of steam clinging together. And it's Mira's turn.
Okay, I will attack the one in front of me.
Yep. And I'm guessing it's gonna be hard for you not to kill it, so... Oh, his Death Burst isn't a nice, handily pre-rolled thing. Mira and Jet, you can make a DC 11 Dexterity save as this thing scalds steam in every direction. Jet manages to dodge out of the way and only take 5, but Mira will take 11 hot damage as it explodes.
Ow. Okay.
It's really hot.
And she's gonna look over at Yaros and say, I owe you one from the vulture thing, and do a healing word on Yaros.
Okay. So Euros will feel slightly better, and then it's his turn.
How much do I get healed for?
Just give me a minute.
I'm sure it'll be plenty. You should just run up and attack the thing. Oh, 6. That's good.
Run? Have you met Euros? No. Throw acid at it. At this one.
Okay. It's going to try to dodge out of the way, and it will dodge out of the way.
Yeah, then.
They've been very lucky with that. And it's Willie's turn.
Willie's gonna hold his action so you can see again.
Okay.
He's gonna hold the chill touch. So at the end of his turn.
Oh, gosh. I think you just rubbed... You're trying to rub your eye to get the sand out, and you just rub some more sand in it.
Yep, I made it worse.
And this one is going
it's like
to...
under the eyelids now.
Ugh. Not get his breath back. So he is just going to try to... Oh, he's going to try to claw Sir John because Sir John is blind. And he will have advantage on him. And a 15 will just manage to scrape through his armor. Sir John screams like a little girl. And this guy...
Yeah, it works now. Sorry.
comes running up to try to attack his former friend from behind. If you could... Well, actually, wait. You just said you spoke Primordial, didn't you? Oh, no, they don't speak... Yeah, they speak Ignan, which is a...
Form of Primordial, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dialect. So you can't catch everything they're saying. But he's kind of like, you know, what are you doing? These people are our friends. Stop hurting them. The Dust Mephits are dead. Sir John's turn. He's going to blindly smack behind him. Rapier. Oh, and yeah, okay. It's not dead, but it doesn't look healthy. And then it's Valerian's turn.
I'll swing twice at this one right here.
Okay. And the first one will explode it all over the place. It makes a big mess. You can make a dex save, so can Sir John. It's DC 11 and it's 2d6. Okay. Oh boy. Valerian and Sir John both stand there as this thing spews steam all over them. For, oh, well, it's not very hot steam. Apparently a lot of it had leaked out already. It's only 3 points of fire damage.
I'll swing at the one directly in front of me.
Okay. That will hit it.
No, I'm blinded, so that'll miss.
Oh, okay. Never mind that. So does... Oops. I just took all its hit points away. I didn't mean to do that. Does the suggestion... Oops. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter because he didn't hit it. Jet.
I step in something as I move.
Ouch, it's hot. It is 5 points of fire damage as you put your foot right in a vent hole.
And I'm a reckless little boy.
Oh, yes, you are.
Fuck yeah! Except there's no 2 because it's not a roll.
Right.
So it's just 1, 2.
Yep, so it's 12 points of
it's
damage. Okay, so that was going to be my question, which is, does the suggestion automatically end, or does he just get another save if he gets hit?
Let me look.
I believe it automatically ends.
Technically, it
If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
It ends.
The direction was help us.
And
Like, was
it can no longer help us, so it would end either way.
So it would end anyways.
yeah.
Okay. Well, it's certainly been smacked, and now it is Mira's turn.
Okay, I don't want to be near it again, so I'm just gonna viciously mock it. Say, haha, you're dumb, you believed me.
But I thought we were friends. His feelings are hurt, but his psychic is not. And it is Euros' turn.
So I didn't realize this. My alchemical acid actually does 2d6 now.
Oh,
So,
fancy.
melt! You freaking magma. Well, you're not melt more!
He's going to be so surprised that yes, he is going to. However, wherever you put it, you're going to hit one of your friends. At least one of your friends.
No, it's alchemical acid. It's not fire.
Oh, yes, it doesn't. Okay. Cool.
Just hit John with it.
Well, he's going to stand there and take it
Wow.
then.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, he's going to not stand there. He's going to explode in a giant deadly burst of steam. So Jet, Valerian, and Sir John can all make dex saves. Sir John can just stand there. He's blind. He's confused. Valerian will just stand there with him. Jet, on the other hand, will get out of the way. So that'll be 11 points to Valerian and John, and 5 to Jet.
Oh.
Yes, I'm
Uh-oh.
What?
Valerian is unconscious.
And so is Sir John.
Okay, Mira will
Dance monkey
cure
voices and
wounds
pronounce
and
God.
healing word.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, might as well make it cure wounds for both of you.
Jet doesn't get a cure wounds.
Jet's not unconscious.
Oh, you're pretty low, though. Jet as well, then.
So, who are you healing?
Thanks.
Valerian, John, and Jet.
So Valerian gets 6.
Jet gets 10 and
No, check it's 3.
frick.
Sir John looks pretty okay now. He's a little shaken up by all that, but the kind of cheers for everyone. Yay, we did it!
What do we do? I can't see a damn thing.
Eventually, you will make your save. It wears off after a minute, even if you do manage to fail 10 saves in a row.
I just pour water in my eyes.
That works
Flush
too.
it out.
Yeah, Mira will just be patting out her still steaming leather armor. It's all burned.
It's
Jet sufficiently singed is like, I'm good.
just saying you're a little steamed.
You're
Uh,
healing drug. Shit, drink this. You get the D8 if
oh, nice.
God.
Sir John's kind of looking. He's like, well, you can seem to make some helpful things after all.
Who said that?
Sir John.
He's gonna turn. Really?
Alright, we'll be right back.
You
I
see
have
this?
something else to play
He
after.
pulls out
Okay.
the chemical acid. This thing melts. Anything it melts things really quickly. He drops it on the ground and melts it. It makes a pretty sizable hole.
Sir,
Don't do that here, please.
steam starts to hiss out of the hole that you've just created. Sir John's gonna take a step backwards. Everybody just kind of backs away slowly.
You're a bit of you're a bit dumb. Just gonna take a
What?
wide berth around that.
Mira's gonna look at John and say, I wish I had some better armor.
Oh well, I'm sure that a resourceful young woman like you could, you know, definitely.
Sure, a dashing, rich noble such as yourself probably has some extra back at Crystal City. I mean, I'm sure some of your retainers brought some, right?
Eurus is just gonna start laughing, openly laughing.
Some nice,
Way.
nice breastplate, maybe some half plate, you know.
Well, no, we didn't bring anything with us. I came with a non-combat retinue, of course. But anything I could do for you, I'd be pleased to. Perhaps you could come visit me in Six Stones, and we could have a fitting.
Eurus starts laughing louder.
Yeah, maybe.
I
And
don't know
Mira's
what's
gonna-
so funny. This is armor must be properly fitted, otherwise it doesn't work. He kind of raps on his own breastplate. This was made by one of the finest blacksmiths in Six Stones. An old dwarf. I can't remember his name at the moment. What was it? Benny? Oh, Bally, the dwarven blacksmith. Yes. I could give you an introduction.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe an introduction. Maybe a nice gift, since I've done so much to keep you safe on this little trek into the wilderness.
Make a persuasion roll. Let's just see. Let's just give it a number on this. I mean, you're going to have advantage, definitely, whatever it is you're rolling. He's
Boom.
pretty sure that, he's got a good thing going here, and he is absolutely ready to buy you whatever armor it is. Whatever your armor needs may be. He knows a good seamstress. His sisters go there all the time, and
Jet
they.
would like some spiked leather armor.
He just kind of looks at you like, excuse me, you're
Okay.
stepping on my game here.
Okay.
Yeah, Mira will just kind of walk near him, skin crawling the whole way, but just pretend to be super interested in this dude, because she really wants some nice half plate.
He's certain that he's in here, so he's already telling you about like his house, and how you can come and stay for a few weeks, and the servants will take care of you there, and they'll have some cooks in, and they'll bring the tailors and the seamstresses, and they can make you a whole new outfit. He kind of points at the pants, and he's just like, I can't even imagine how difficult it must be dressing like this out here. It must be so hard for you.
It'd be more difficult in a skirt, trust me.
Yes, I suppose that everyone makes their sacrifices. And as you're talking and walking along, a like a little bird kind of thing, like a roadrunner sort of little tiny fast bird goes whoosh across the path that you're walking down.
Meep, meep.
Yes. It is not, however, chased by a coyote. It is chased by a boar.
By a dragon.
Oh, by a boar.
By a dragon.
Just a boar. It comes running out of the brush, and Sir John very excitedly yells, "A hunt! I can show you how we do it. Follow me, my friends. This is my specialty."
I mean, I could just, oh, okay, you're just gonna run after it? Alright.
22. Sorry, but 22.
Well, I've forgotten my bow. I didn't know that I would need it. I thought we were going on a diplomatic mission.
my token selected. Do you want me to roll that again?
Uh,
It's 14.
Yeah, just click your token, roll it again, and then you can, you click on the number in the initiative tracker and edit it there.
Told you. You didn't believe me.
No, you have to keep a 4.
Yeah, so now you just click on it, or I can do it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Sir John's yelling, "Get it! Get it! A prize, a delicious boar. You can bring it back. I'll have a feast to celebrate the treaty with the dragon. Euros, you're up."
Yours just is just gonna stand there. Look at Sir John, look at the boar and go. Whatever. Fiddle around. Ah, here it is. Alchemical acid.
Careful not to damage the meat.
Whatever.
It's gonna try to dodge, but it's a boar. It doesn't really stop once it's gotten started.
It's not freaking. It was working like a second ago.
It was.
There.
Okay. Ow.
Fine.
The boar is looking very bloodied. Like half of its side just melts, and you could sort of see bones and gore sticking out. And it's Jet's turn.
Oh no, I'm gonna move up first.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah.
Next.
Olympic athlete style, Jet is going to take 25 steps and throw a javelin.
He's gonna start running with the javelin.
Pretty much.
Foo, 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 shoo. The javelin goes arcing through the air, and oh, a solid hit right on the boar.
No 2.
Oh, right,
2 damage.
just 2. Okay. So the boar is squealing and grunting, showing its tusks, and it's Mira's turn.
Yell at it.
Hurt its feelings.
You look better as bacon.
You smell like bacon.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah, no.
I do. I'm a pig. Of course I do.
It's very half-hearted. She's just not into murdering pigs, but she'll do it because she wants that armor.
Well, a valiant try, my friend. Here, watch, like this. And he'll come running up. 10, 20, 30. And poke it with his rapier. Very, very gently. And then it's Valerian's turn. He's trying not to bruise the meat too much.
I'll blast it with a Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Not with a 4.
No, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, and the boar is going to turn around and try to gore Sir John, because he didn't like that. However, it's been taken lessons from him, so it is Willie's turn.
Touch it. Touch it badly.
Well, I was gonna use animal handling, but you guys insist on killing it, so.
Cantrip.
It's...
One hit.
It definitely could not take another hit of that amount of damage. However, you now see what the boar was running from.
A lion!
As a lion comes running out very slowly.
Very slow. Slower than 0.
Well, not slower than 0, but, it's Euros' turn.
Why is there a giant or a lion in the mountains?
It's not the mountains. It's the...
Savannah.
Yeah.
Plains.
Scrublands. Plains.
That looks like mountains.
Yeah, it kind of looks a little rocky.
Beat the lion, kill the boar.
It's really hard to find good, like, scrubland maps.
Okay. There's a lion right there.
Now Sir John is super excited. Like, he's almost whittling himself, going, "Ah, that pelt, I have just the floor for it. Oh, it will look so beautiful spread across..."
The floor for it.
Oh, yes, of course. That pelt will look so lovely at the blue room. The tawny yellow will... Oh, it'll be so lovely with the walls.
So, I'm gonna have to take an opportunity attack.
The boar is going to try to gore you in the butt as you run away. Oh!
Right in the butthole.
It kind of hurt. It's four slashing damage on your way out.
1, 5,
And its way in.
10, 5, 15, 20. Gonna run up there and throw alchemical acid. Say, yeah, throw alchemical acid.
So much for repelled.
Let's see. Dexterity. There it is. Apparently, yeah, it's really intent on its prey, and it's gonna take the acid. It is slightly scratched, and then it's Jet's turn.
Jet would like to come up to this boar, wrench the javelin out of its body.
Okay.
Would that take an action?
No, that's like drawing a weapon. You're just drawing it out of his body.
And then he's just gonna stab him with it.
Okay.
Would that be considered melee now? So I could
Yep.
do it with advantage?
Yep. And that will end its life. With much blood and squealing, the lion lets out a roar. He thanks for killing his prey for him, and he's gonna go eat that. And it's Mira's turn.
Okay, she will run up to here, and she's going to try to cast maybe a minor illusion of another boar right here to try to distract it.
Let's see.
Or a piglet, maybe. It'll be a smallish boar. I think it can be 5-foot cube, so...
Oh, boars are medium. Oh, yeah. Boars are medium. That's a 5-foot cube. Minor illusion. Let's see. With that, you can... sound or image. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. So now there's a little piggy right there. Fake piggy. Ghost piggy. Well, it's not making noise, but it is standing there, and it's Sir John's turn. Oh, unless there was something else, sorry.
No, that's good. I'm just really interested to see if this lion will go after this pig and be distracted.
Okay, so Sir John is going to come running up to there and look really alert. And it's Valerian's turn.
I will blast it. Wait, is that lion coming towards us?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the pig is dead. That's an illusionary pig that's there. Illusory pig.
That'd be an interesting spell.
Illusionary. Yeah.
So I will move 30 feet to there.
That's my color.
And I will fire.
Oh, not quite. Gets tangled up in its mane and doesn't hurt it.
Okay.
The boar is dead.
I will bonus action hex the lion.
Okay, which stat? Okay.
Dex.
Sturdex, okay.
Good.
His Sturdex is hexed. And he is going to leap on the boar and realize it's not alive, but he realizes it too late as Sir John stabs him with the rapier very gently.
Very gentle.
Very accurately, but
Well, he doesn't want to leave too many holes in the pelt, you know? He's got plans for that.
he's a
Pelt's
fencer.
already covered with acid.
Yeah, a little
He
bit.
didn't actually practice actual rapier. He just practiced fencing.
Yeah, it's a touch. Touche. Willie.
I will cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay. Which element are you doing?
Do necrotic. No, it's not that. It's I'll do lightning.
Okay.
Just left the main.
With a crackle of lightning, the chromatic orb shoots out.
14. shocking hit?
And yes, a solid hit on the lion. Shocks its little nosy.
What? Forget how many dice I get. 3d8.
Ouch. Oh, 4. 4 is not too bad. He gets a little static shock on his nose. And now, you see what the lion was running from.
What the?
As a giant shape darkens the sky, flying through the air is an owlbear.
Oh.
Owlbears fly?
This one does. Also seems bigger than regular owlbears. You seem to have discovered a new species.
And then what the owlbear is chasing after is...
A dragon!
And Sir John now is just like his eyes rolling back into his head in ecstasy. Such a creature! I've never seen anything like this. Can you imagine it's stuffed and mounted in the front hall?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're...
shit, I think it'd be devouring us.
Eurus. And so this guy, oh, he is only about 10 feet up in the air right now. He's kind of gliding, coming down for his liony prey.
His wings are too small to be.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a chemical... Wait, 1 second. It's 10 feet up, right?
Yeah.
So, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a chemical acid at the owlbear. Poke the owlbear. With acid.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Oops. Come here, buddy. Give me your sheet. He actually has a -1 to this score, so it's a 9. Okay. And that will, 12? Really? Ow.
Yeah. 2d6.
You see some of his feathers melting off. And it's Jet's turn.
Seeing this owlbear coming out of nowhere, he will grab his potion and chug it. And then with his bonus action, he will rage.
Okay.
And with his movement, he will go there.
Okay. Mira.
Oh boy. Okay. Does it look like this lion is going to run away from us, or does it look like it's still engaging with us?
Make an animal handling check. See if you can tell. Yeah, you can't really tell. You have no idea what he's gonna do. He's a wild animal and very unpredictable.
Okay.
I'll just poke it, so.
Yeah, that's true, and it go after the boar instead of just running away. So I'm just gonna run up and smack the lion with my sword.
Trying to.
Ooh, not with a 7 though.
Shit. Slide into the blade, maybe they'll get scared. And then I'm gonna look at Jet, just say, kill things, please, and give him my last bardic inspiration.
Take it.
Okay, he has so
Jet
many
will promise
targets.
to kill things.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 6 comes before 7. There we go.
Did you guys just hear me kissing my cat?
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. It is going after Mira. So it's going
Oh,
to
no.
swoop down
Well, shit.
and
Jet will avenge you.
it's
I
gonna.
don't like
let's see.
flying things. It didn't go well last time.
No, no.
But Jet saved you.
It's gonna try to beak her. It is gonna beak her pretty solidly. But that also puts him in range of Sir John's rapier. Oh, now he has too many targets. Well, the owlbear just hit Mira, so he's gonna rapier the owlbear for 4 piercing damage. And Valerian. So he has touched down onto the ground now, the owlbear.
I will fire another witch bolt.
The exceptionally large owlbear. Oh, at the lion?
No, at the owlbear.
Okay.
Do you have enough spell slots?
Yeah, we took a long rest before, so Eldritch Bolt was the first spell slot I've used.
What about the hex?
Oh, the second spell slot. So I have 2 first level spell slots and 2 second level spell slots.
Warlocks have
Do you?
cumulative
No,
spell slots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
warlocks you only have 2 until like 10th level or something.
11th is when you get your third spell
Yeah, do you
slot.
know how you do your class?
Yeah, so warlocks you get a set number of spell slots, but as you gain levels, you cast the spells at the max level
Yep.
Yeah.
that they can be cast at. So if you've cast 2 spells already, that's it, bud. You are tapped out.
Well, you can cast.
Well, you got Eldritch Blast for days.
Yeah.
Well, cantrips, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorcerers are the I can cast spells for days. Wizards are the I can cast any spell. Warlocks are the I have this one spell. It is very, very good.
It explodes things.
I don't have. It makes them over there. I don't. I like them being over.
Okay, are you hitting the lion or the owlbear?
And it did not roll my hex.
Okay. Well, the lion was hexed, so.
Alright. Not the owl bear. Never mind.
Okay, so wait, you're hitting the lion or the owlbear?
I already said the owl bear.
Okay.
So the owl bear takes 4.
What the 2?
Why are there 2s happening? What is happening?
Are we being attacked by 2s?
Apparently. The lion is it wants to.
Attacked by terrible 2s.
Sir John was the last to poke it, so no, you know what? He's scared of this owlbear. He's scared of all these people. Why are there 2s happening? Okay. He is going to disengage and run away. 10, 20, 30, 40,
It's cowardly lion.
Jet's going to yell coward.
50. His move speed is 50, right? Yeah, it's
He
50.
doesn't
Okay,
care.
cool.
He's a lion. Doesn't need to prove anything to you.
And it's Willie's turn.
Opportunity attacks.
Nope, he disengaged.
Oh yeah.
He quickly dodged out from under your hands and ran like a little baby.
Ran like a coward.
And now it's Willie's turn.
Is the owlbear on the ground now? Or?
Yes.
It's all up in my face.
Yep.
I'll attempt to earth and grasp it then.
Why? Why more 2s? What is happening? Let's see. Earth and Grasp. He makes a strength save. He's pretty strong.
Yeah, I imagine he's pretty strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus 5.
He just kind of shakes one leg and shakes it off.
I will grab you.
Euros.
So Euros is going to grab his potion, go melt, melt, and throw another alchemical acid. Works so far.
Okay. At the owlbear?
Yep.
Okay, so this is -1. Doesn't matter, he's still gonna dodge.
I'll get a -1.
Uh-huh. Oh, because he shouldn't have a bonus. I messed up his stat sheet and I don't feel like fixing it.
Okay.
Jet.
Jet is actually. He's gonna go after the lion.
Sir John will cheer. Don't let that pelt get away.
He is moving to there. And he will throw a javelin and yell, "Get back here, you cowardly beast!"
And then he thinks about it for a second. He's like, wait, but the Lady Mira. No, a 5 is going to miss.
Can I do some sort of check to try and get this lion to come back at me?
Sure. Make an intimidation check. See if you can intimidate it towards you. And then it'll be Mira's turn. You look like you've caught its attention.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to healing word myself at 2nd level because that's all I've got left.
Okay. You feel slightly better.
I'll take it, and then I'm gonna swing around and take a swing at this. And you know what? I'll go ahead and use that inspiration that I've had sitting around for ages just to get advantage on this.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Whoa!
Alrighty then. I guess you will. This is
13.
not a healthy looking owlbear now. He's definitely bleeding.
That's my turn.
Jet
And
is proud of you.
he would really like to return the favor, so he's gonna beak Mira. Slightly, for 7 damage.
Okay, good thing I healed myself.
And he will let out something somewhere between a squawk and a roar. And Sir John will take his turn. And pierce it for 8 damage. Then it will be Valerian's turn.
I will turn around. Is the lion still alive?
Oh yeah, Lion's looking pretty healthy.
Why is it over there? Is it running?
Yes. It was. Now, well, it was running. Now it's kind of looking and growling at Jet.
I'll blast it since it has my hex on it.
Okay. It wants to run away with your hex, so you can't change it. Haha. No, not really. I hadn't even thought about that until just now.
Ah,
So you don't have advantage on that, huh? Nope. Okay. Sadly, the curse of the nines is stuck with you. And the lion is going to back up a little bit and turn and rush towards Jet and pounce on him.
Disadvantage.
And he is going to, let's see, try to hit you with a claw attack. Rawr.
That will hit.
So 9 slashing damage, and you have to make a strength save to keep him from knocking you down.
Which I have advantage of because I am raging.
Yep.
That's just, yeah.
Strength save, yeah. Luckily, your rage keeps you upright. So the claw scrapes across you, but he doesn't manage to knock you down.
9 reduced to 5.
And it's Willie's. Oh, 4. Half of 9 is 4, yep.
My other DM rounds up. So.
Oh yeah, no, I always round down. Well, okay, here's what I do, is I always round in the player's favor. So, there you go. Willie.
I'm gonna attempt to grab him again. So DC 12 strength save.
Was that the lion or the owlbear?
The owlbear.
Okay. Oh, right, yes, because he was... he was showing you how strong he is. So, yeah, apparently...
He takes
No,
12 damage.
gosh. Your hand crushes him. His eyes start to bulge out of his head. He lets out a strangled... and struggles against its grip.
He is now restrained.
And it's Euros' turn. You have advantage to hit the owlbear.
You're welcome.
I have advantage?
Because he's restrained.
He's restrained.
Yep.
Do I want to kill the owlbear with dagger?
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Let's
I
see.
kind of do.
Tiny, tiny little gnome.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw my dagger at the owlbear with it.
Oh, come on now. You have to run up and hit it.
Well, wait, does it have disadvantage on dex saves? 'Cause it's restrained.
That's only if it's... No, it's already got disadvantage on dex saves. Oh, no, it doesn't.
No.
It's the lion. Never mind.
Yeah. No, it doesn't have disadvantage on dex saves. Just can't move and has disadvantage on attacks. And you have advantage against it. I'm trying to find a good restrain. There's no good restrained. Use webbed. However, an 18. That'll hit it just fine. Roll some damage there.
5.
Okay. The tiny little gnome stands back, you know, like lines up the dagger, draws his hand back, tosses it, and gets the owlbear right between the eyes, and it falls, limp and lifeless, in the grasp of the earthen hand.
That's mine. I cleared that head. That's mine. I killed it. It's mine.
No, it's not.
Jet.
Jet will attack recklessly. And with his bonus action, he will grapple it.
Okay. Oh gosh, that's a pretty good roll.
That's my 20.
He's like, what? Are you doing something?
Glad.
I didn't notice.
The lion.
I'm a lion, you know. Mira. The owlbear is dangling dead, being held by this earthen hand.
closer than that because she's pretty beaten up right now. She's just going to insult the lion and tell it would make a wonderful fur coat.
Ooh, you like my fur? Thank you. It is very lovely. The giant flying owlbear is dead and doesn't get a turn. Sir John, 10, 20, 30. He's gonna run up to the lion. Poke it. Oh, no.
Or break his sword.
He's just gonna stab it, get it tangled up in his mane, and spend his entire turn getting it untangled. Valerian. Yeah, that'll do it. So the lion is actually starting to show some wounds now. He's looking pretty bloody as the Eldritch Blast leaves a mark.
And I will move closer.
He's gonna turn around. Let's see. Sir John hit it last, but he was already mad. Yeah, he's gonna keep going after Jet. With a bite this time instead of a claw.
Oh! I matched it.
Well,
I
he
don't know.
he just crunches down on your armor, but it protects you, and it's Willie's turn.
Big Willie.
Hold on 1 second. How far away is that? Oh, I can't reach it. Alright, so I'll drop the hand.
The owlbear just splatters onto the ground.
Yep. You know what? This will be funny. I'll cast Magic Missile.
Magic missile.
Oh,
13 damage.
okay, well, that was indeed the magic number. As you very tidily...
The magical missile.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm tired of this.
He had a... so you're like, he has, doing little dials, a little slide rule. 13 hit points left? Alright, pew pew pew.
I have one of those, abacuses. I have one of those, Okay, Magic Missile.
And it falls, but its pelt is in really... well, except for the part that got burned by acid, but the rest of it's in really good condition.
So quickly, I'm gonna go over to the owlbear and be kind of jumping up, trying to get my knife out of its head. And
Yeah, you kind of have to climb up there, but you climb up, you dangle down, you hold onto the knife with one hand and dangle from it until it finally pulls free.
Jet will go past the lion and go look for his javelin.
Yep, easy enough to find.
now, where are we gonna say? We want that.
No, we need the whole creature. We must bring it with us. Have you ever seen such a magnificent specimen?
Which one is he talking to? I'm talking about the owl bear?
Yeah, he just wants the skin of the lion, but he wants the whole owlbear. He's like, yep, let's bring this home.
I'm gonna have to carry it on that.
You and Jet.
He looks at you, he looks at the owlbear, he looks at you, he says, well, I'll assist.
Thanks. But, I have a better idea. And I, ritual cast Tensor's floating disc.
Oh, okay, now, he was pretty into Mira a minute ago, but now Willie is his new best friend. He is very impressed with what you've just done, and definitely promises you a favor from his family when you get this magnificent trophy back home.
Cool. Is it more than 500 pounds?
You could probably leave a lot of the guts behind, and then it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
He doesn't really need the innards. And he can field dress something pretty well. Apparently he does have a little bit of experience hunting. It looks like he knows what he's doing when he gets the icky bits out and leaves them behind.
Yours
Jet
is,
would drag the lion.
yours is gonna quickly. Yeah, just asking. Try to. Against.
Oh, nice. Sir John is also going to... he can skin the lion. It takes him about an hour or a little bit more to do all this stuff,
So
but...
short rest for those of us not doing things?
Yes. So anyone who is not skinning a lion or getting all the guts out of an owlbear, you all can have the advantage of a short rest. And he's going to just talk up how great you are and how he's going to go back and tell his family, what magnificent fighters you are and how impressive your skills are. And so, yes, after all that, you will get another 5 temporary hit points.
And Mira's gonna do her song of rest.
He sings along off key. Kind of does an annoying grating whistle. Yes. So everyone feels great after that fight.
That almost healed me fully.
You have some bacon snacks. You have some disgusting animal parts
Some
dripping along
imaginary
behind
bacon
you.
snacks.
Yeah, the imaginary bacon snacks went away, but the real one is still there. You get some good meat off of it. It's a little cheap, but toast a little bit up. You feel much refreshed after
We probably have
snacking on it.
leftover vulture.
I wouldn't eat the vulture. That's. Ugh.
Okay.
I want a drumstick.
Well, it shouldn't take us long to get back to town now.
Here, next time you cast a spell on a minor image, tell me because I can make it sound. I can make it have sound as well.
Ooh, teamwork. I like it.
So indeed, it does not take you long to get back to town. You have no more adventures along the way. I would have stopped before, but since you all saw the owlbear had to come out. And since it's 9:45, we'll stop here, and what happens with the dragon, you will discover next week. But you've definitely impressed Sir John. That's a thing. Oh, right. And I guess you probably want experience for the lion and the owlbear, too.
And all the giant vultures and all the.
Oh, no, I got all that stuff.
And the methods.
I got everything up through the boar. I just didn't get the lion or the owlbear. The 2 things that are worth the most.
Okay.
Lion.
Jet demands his spiked leather armor.
I'm just gonna write down in my inventory 1 favor from Sir John.
Yeah.
And I've got my free armor. That's totally going to happen.
Let's see, owlbear. I am not going to give Sir John a share of the experience because a lot of his job was making it worse for you.
He did a lot of poking.
He did, but he also, you would have been able to avoid most of those if you had not had him with you. So, he's not going to take a share. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So you'll get an even 470 XP each.
Oh man.
Still pretty.
Everything else happens next week. Oh yes, and you all wound up with a portion of pixie dust. A single dose of pixie dust.
A pinch of pixie dust.
Yes. A packet of pixie dust.
Do I get my song XP?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay, I can't math, so someone needs to.
Oh,
help
see,
me
you can
with
do
that.
this. You can do roll 470 times 1.1, and it will do math for you. 517 if you're getting an extra 10% today.
Cool.
This is a very nice song.
Oh, yeah, and I can take you off this map.
Oh, now I just freaking got that. Xeros doesn't care about anything. Cares about something.
Oh, I get it. I didn't get that either.
Yeah, it's Curson's a rogue. He's not a rogue anymore. So fix it.
Yeah, well,
And
that was part of that weird dream she was having. You all had the strangest dream. And,
Willie will spell.
To be fair, I made it before I knew that you changed
Yeah.
everything about your character, so.
Careful is your aim low. Up with the shield and the sword. On. We'll go for Kara, Flaria, and the wolf.
Yeah. So it goes to the tune of Follow Me Up to Carlo, good old classic Irish tune. There's a video of it if you want to have an idea of what that would actually sound like.
But yeah, it's Now, Euros, care? Can you care, please?
I like the stream of kobold gore. It's a good line. That's a nice image.
Okay, so meet everybody again next.
Yeah. And next week yeah, things will happen. The aftermath of this will play out, and you'll get to meet a dragon. It's very exciting.
Kajet doesn't get his armor, he will go crazy.
Well, I'll have to see you next week. But thank you all for coming out. I'll see you next week.